wanted to do, and we're super excited to be able to bring it to you. We're waiting for Jeff Teolis to decide what he wants to play. So I'll ask our currently retired from Classics, Keith Elwin, what would you play in this bank, Keith?
Since I didn't play, I don't know what's even in.
Yeah, okay, so we got...
big game.
Okay, so just to tell everybody what games are actually in the tournament bank, we have Big Game, Nitro Ground Shaker, which I call Nitro's Soul Taker. We have Prospector, we have Flash Gordon, and we have Countdown and Jungle Queen. Sorry, I had to look away. I forgot what we even brought. And so you would play Big Game.
Yes.
Why would you play Big Game?
It's my favorite Classics turn.
Okay. I can't make that shot on the left side to save my life. Colin, what would you pick?
Not Big Game, because I cannot make the spinner. I'd just go for bonus. For me, I would pick Flash Gordon. I think that's the most controllable game in this situation.
I don't think control and Flash Gordon were ever used in the same sentence.
No.
That's kind of a luck shot.
Is that the one from Pinburg Finals?
It was the one on the stage, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Keith is very familiar with the game that was on the stage at Pinburg. And again, congratulations for winning Pinburg again.
Thank you.
And you are the returning champion here for the Cleveland Pinball Show from last year. So, you know, Don Johnson said, you need to come out again. And Keith's like, sure, I'll come and take your money again, no problem. So, as I mentioned, Keith is not playing in Classics, but he's playing in Maine and doing really well. So, first round, you'll see the standings up there. Group 1, Greg DeFeo, Dave Reel, Phil Birnbaum, Tony Pierce. Group 2, Andy Rosa, Louis Bevins, Davey Plastid, and Luke Nahomic. And then you can see Group 3, 4, and 5, the tiebreakers. And then going into the quarterfinals, we saw that Jeff Teolis and Andy Rosa advanced. Fred Richardson and Drew Sedolia advanced. Derek Fugate and Dominic Kachich have advanced. And Alexander Kazmarchik and Dave Reel, 2 Pittsburgh guys, have advanced to make it to the quarters. Or semis, sorry. It was just the quarters right there. So, but good representation. And here's where our Classics semifinals are going to be. Jeff Teolis, Andy Rosa, Drew Sedolia, and Dominic Kachich. Against, in the second group, will be Alexander Kazmarchik, Fred Richardson, Derek Fugate, and Dave Reel. Strong field for the last final 8. Got a couple young guys in there and some veterans. Derek, I haven't seen play in a long time, but still holding down the Classics mantle. How long has he been playing in Classics, Keith? Way longer than you.
Who?
Derek Fugate.
Fugate? Oh, man.
I think he was around whenever Classics were invented.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Him and Bob Matthews.
At least early 90s, yeah.
Yeah, so he's been playing forever. And Colin, you're a little bit younger, so do you like the Classics?
I love Classics. Classics are usually what I'm more comfortable at. I think that when it comes to Maine, getting Grand Champ scores or format scores is a lot tougher on me. I want to go for that in the future, but Classics is what I feel comfortable at.
And I can second that, too, because I generally don't play Maine anymore because the guys to my left and all the other great competitors here, and I play much better in Classics because maybe I get a little bit more lucky, but it's been a while since I played, but maybe up at Expo, which is coming up next month. And I know, Keith, you'll be a big part of that, doing a seminar and probably playing, of course, and all the different things going along with Stern. And, again, congratulations to all your success there.
Thank you.
And Jurassic Park, another knockout of the park. Fantastic. Love the game. And I saw your post the other day about, $250 million on T-Rex multi-ball or something? Or was it 400?
I think it's 400 something.
Oh, sorry. Correct me. 400.
Yes.
I got 900 for the game, and I felt good. What was the final score of that game for you?
Ooh, I don't remember.
Over $1 billion, probably?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, probably like about $10 billion. So.
I think my high score is like $2.5 billion.
Okay. So I was kind of knocking on the neighborhood door, but I wasn't quite in the door, so I wasn't feeling pretty good about it, though. But it's a fun game to shoot, and if you haven't played it yet, then you definitely want to play it. So. Prospector. Jeff Teolis was torn whether he was going to play Prospector or he was going to play Flash Gordon, so it looks like he's going with Prospector. And I know during qualifying, Jeff had over $1 million on this game, and pretty solid score. And that takes a long time because basically what you want to do in this game is you want to get the 5. Whoops, I got to get my arrow up on the screen here. Let me finally get it here and down. Oh, it's really big too. 5 and 6. We're going to make that smaller. And then once you do that, you get double bonus lit. And then you want to get gold bonus. And how do you go for gold bonus, Keith?
Left orbit all day.
Correct. Do you ever go for the middle spinners?
Yes, if they're lit.
When they're maxed out.
Yeah.
And
safe shot.
Yeah, and to get the spinners lit, you got to max out your silver bonus. And then if you land in the saucer, that'll collect it. So you don't want to get it in the saucer. You want to keep on hitting that spinner as much as possible. And they're pretty juiced. So We'll see how Jeff approaches this game.
Well, Jeff actually broke 1 million on the last round. So he, out of the past 2 tournament rounds, he's been able to roll it at least one of the times.
Nice.
I think he feels pretty comfortable on it.
Now, did you play Classics, Colin?
I did. I qualified for finals, went the last round into a lead, managed to take last, got a tiebreaker, took last again. So it didn't end up where I wanted to, but I feel like I did pretty well for myself.
Good deal. And as long as you had fun and you thought you acquitted yourself well, then fantastic.
Yeah.
So we're still standing around. I see people just kind of hanging out over there, so I'm not really sure what's going on. I think Doug Polka's actually jumping in here.
He's going to start plunging balls.
Yeah, what is it, 3 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, so Doug traveled up with me actually this afternoon. I haven't been here for the most of the show. We got here on Wednesday to set up the games, and then I went back home for a couple of days, and this is my first experience with what's been going on here, and it's very busy. And again, you can see behind us here, there's a pretty big crowd in this hall. It's a smaller room, but there is not a game actually that's really open, really. And some rare games, Aliens here, which is I think it's a fun shooting game. Highway Pinball before they went out, but that game's pretty fun. And
Lost in Space.
Lost in Space. What other oddities are out there? I haven't really walked around the room.
Cosmic Kart Racing.
There's a Spirit here.
Oh, that's P3?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a Spirit here?
There's a Spirit.
It's a rare game. A lot of people haven't seen one of those before. Really cool back glass.
Yeah.
Later Gottlieb. And then I think they're looking for the last competitors maybe. So our first group that we're going to follow is Jeff Tiolas, Andy Rosa, Drew Sedolia, and Dominic Kajcic. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name properly. I'm pretty sure. We're ready. We're sitting here yammering on, waiting for you, Jeff. And Jeff is wearing a name tag. It says, "Hi, my name is Keith Elwin." He's retired from Classics, Jeff, so I'm not sure it's going to help you. But here he goes.
Not really sure what that means, but okay.
I'm not sure either. I thought maybe Slim Shady would have a little more relevance, but, I think it's just as owed to you for not playing Classics anymore, Keith.
Oh, okay.
A nice Super Electric shirt representing Cleveland.
Right. So Jeff, no stranger to anyone that follows pinball podcasts or follows the tournaments. Jeff is always acquitting himself really well in Classics. So hopefully he didn't bone up his mojo on Prospector, and he can have another great game. So again, we want to get the 5 and the 6. Once that happens, it'll light your double bonus. And then basically what you want to do is shoot this left orbit over and over and over and over and over again to build your gold bonus down here. And then rinse, repeat. A lot of the Classics are pretty simple.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And when it comes to nudging, you actually want to kind of avoid the scoops usually, because when you have your silver bonus maxed out, it allows you to shoot the spinners for 1,000 apiece. But when you collect it through either of the scoops, it resets that, and you're going to need to build it back up to light that spinner.
Yeah, no, the silver bonus max is what, 10,000?
I think that's right. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I think it's 10,000. But you can see Jeff when he gets control of the ball, he's trying to go to the left orbit. And again, that's how you'll build your gold bonus. And then there's a saucer up here, and there's a saucer right here that can go in there and negate your bonus as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure how friendly a post transfer on this game is.
Oh, I haven't even tried it.
So Jeff's keeping the ball in play a long time, but not really doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's common with Prospector. You're going to be up above the pop-up bumpers for a lot of the time, but you're not going to be scoring much. At that point, it's just trying to control it, get on a flipper, and you just have to be patient.
Yeah, left flipper, you're shooting for 5 and 6. You really can't in-lane past the in-lanes because they have the crooked elbow down here. So doing the shats to try to get A and B for your double, or 5 and 6 for your double bonus isn't really an option. Mm-hmm. And in lanes, if you live through in lanes, it's actually pretty lucky because they like to drain pretty frequently.
Yeah.
My strategy is generally just work on building the gold bonus until I get one of the either in lanes or 5 or 6 targets.
Okay.
If you have your max gold bonus, but maybe one target left and you're on the left flipper, would you shoot the side targets, the side stand-ups to complete your double bonus?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But I always feel more comfortable building up the gold bonus first. At least
you're banking.
So like what happened to Jeff there, he got no bonus. So
yeah, because the bonus on this, is definitely. And there's
see it like now, yeah.
There's a rare in lane right
now
there.
Now I would definitely go for that target.
Now he only has 10,000 in that, so it would double it to 20,000. But if he gets that, now he can start running away with that gold bonus.
Yeah, and the one thing about the slings, they're very active on this game, and you saw that shot. It bounced off the left slingshot into the 6, but it was out of control. So you're just kind of praying at that point that you're not going to drain. But so Andy knows pretty well how this game works. He's played this a bunch of times, so now he's going to go to work on that left orbit.
He just shot a clean gold bonus right there for 20,000 after the double bonus.
So now he collected silver bonus. Now he has to build that back up now. So yeah, pretty straightforward strategy on this game. There's not really a lot to it, but again, making the shots, is where it's at. Nice drop catch.
It looks like he's trying to shoot that
another rare in lane.
That left shot for the gold bonus, just to try and max it out, try and get 20,000 total.
I always try to figure out what to do once you maxed out, or if you had the double bonus. And actually, I learned from you, Keith, we had this game up in Chicago a few years back, what to do. It's boring as hell, but it's effective.
Spinners?
Shoot the left orbit.
Oh, left
for
orbit?
The gold bonus, yeah. Just shoot
once you max it out, is there anything you can get after that?
No, I think it's just you get your gold bonus max to 100, and then you get 200 in bonus.
I think it's 5,000.
On the orbit?
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's as well. I have my glasses on, too. It looks like 5,000.
Yeah, it looks like 5,000 for every shot.
Okay, and that'll add up pretty quickly, too. So this is a pretty long ball for Andy. He's had a lot of good control, and he's been passing, actually doing in-lane passing to get it to the sides where he wants, right there.
There we go.
And he's got that shot pretty dialed in, and there goes that the kicker on the right side. I'm not sure what the value for that is. I know there's an extra ball that can be had on that, but those are turned off, so there are no extra balls.
That's another 5,000 and a silver bonus, which is usually not significant because you can get, for any shot on the middle spinner, you're probably going to get more than a few increases on your silver bonus.
Great ball by Andy. Walks away with 258. And thank you, Colin, with the young eyes over here. I have my glasses, all I can't see, and Keith can't see that far either. He's old like me, so.
It's true. Grandpa.
I'm trying.
We are. I'm way older than you. What are you, like 48?
That's exactly what I am.
Okay, I just turned 51, so. Ooh. Yeah, I know. I'm older than you.
Hard to believe.
My skills haven't even, it's hard to believe. I look young. So we got Dominic up right now. And we can see where Dominic is from on here. Dominic is from St. Louis, Missouri. So he's hanging out with Adam McKinney. Unfortunately, that's bad. It reminds me of Knockout when it goes down that center and it doesn't go in the scoop. It just goes right down the middle.
Knockout. There's a masterpiece.
We thought about bringing that game.
You should.
Yeah. You think that should be
I think you guys used it at Expo a couple years ago, though.
I don't know that we did.
I thought you did.
I don't know that we did. Somebody else might have brought it.
Yeah.
So we got Drew Sedolia from Greensboro, North Carolina. Last time I saw Drew play, he was playing up in Buffalo, New York, the Buffalo Pinball Open, and he made it to the finals, if I'm not mistaken. So great showing by Drew.
Yeah, he's playing great today. He knocked me out, so I definitely.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
So he knocked you out.
I can appreciate his play this night.
And there goes one of the out lanes on the left-hand side again. There's not a lot of in lanes that you get on this game.
You see how quick that ball was, yet he has the same score as Teolis, who kept the ball in play for 3 minutes.
Yeah, and he did have bounce on the ball. And he took your name tag off, too, by the way. I think that was what it was.
That was bad luck.
That was a problem.
I've played a game on this where I've had 3 house balls and 1 ball with 1 flip. So
we all have.
There's no guarantee that you'll even get to play very much on this. But what you have, you can do a lot with it.
My favorite memory of this game was at Expo a few years back when Josh Sharp spent about $150 just trying to get a good game on this game to make it in the classics. And he just kept doing it, and he kept on handing me money, and he told me just to shut up as he just kept on handing me tickets.
Yep. And Jeff right there had another ball that shows just how tough it is to even get it to a flipper.
Yeah, I don't know. I think when I approach EMs, if I play 3 out of 5 balls, I'm considering myself pretty lucky.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of time where you won't even get that, so Andy doesn't have his headlamp on this time. I know a lot of people see Andy whenever we were at Circuit, he had his headlamp on. He has Sans headset. But he does have his gloves on, and unfortunately down the middle. And Andy doesn't want to damage his hands. He's a hand model on the side, so that's why he wears his padded gloves. Not a ton of money in pinball, but hand modeling, yes.
Yes.
I've not seen the crossover on the 2 sports before, but...
Well, he's following George Costanza. He wants to do a George Costanza. He wants to be a hand model. Wears oven mitts in his, when he's not playing pinball, he wears oven mitts to protect his hands.
Flaunt it if you've got it.
Oh, absolutely. You got to do something. So Dominic again is hoping to do a little bit more damage here on his ball.
That was a great nudge.
Almost a dead bounce that didn't work, but yeah, the dead bounce almost didn't work at all, and he almost drained. He just kind of shot out of control, unfortunately for him. So we got Drew walking up again at 35,000. See if he can eclipse Mr. Teolis' total here. Jeff had no ball time last ball. Drew had a little bit, but right into the saucer at the top.
Now the plunge is interesting because it's very hard, but what you want to do is hit that left target before you hit anything, because that'll give you a 10,000 point gold bonus increase. But it's really hard to do that, just the way that it's shaped.
That's one thing about these old games, which is great, is there are like skill shots that were invented before skill shots that you have to hit. It's like Spanish Eyes. There's that little roll over the top that makes the pop bumpers. And you wouldn't think anything of it, but that's like a huge part of the game.
And you can actually hit it multiple times. If you get that left target and don't hit anything else, you might get a pop bumper or something else, bounce it back in the left target, and then you're at 20,000.
And the other thing, too, there's also a little nook in the wall right about there that the ball kicks off. And depending on the speed, whether it can go to the right flipper or it can go right down the middle, just depending on the speed of the ball.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now he's shooting that spinner. Looks like he's got his...
He's maxed out, 10,000 right now.
Yes, he's got his silver bonus max, so he's getting, for any time he hits that lit spinner, it's 1,000
Which
points
one's lit,
to
though?
spin.
Is the light burned out?
It looks like the left, but in my experience, it doesn't matter too much because when you shoot across, you're hitting a pop bumper, which will switch. And it kind of gets a little chaotic. You mostly just want to shoot something clean and hope it lights the one that you're going for.
Yeah, and the shots on those spinners are really early, too. Like, they're almost at a cradle where you get them.
Yeah.
So he looks like he's going for the 6 right here. He's only got about 30,000 in gold bonus, but he's at 103,000 now, so he's still within striking distance, obviously. And the other thing about that target on that side, it can look like you're going to hit it directly, and then sometimes it doesn't register at all.
Yeah. The nice thing about getting some bouncing action there is the rollover buttons will also advance.
Yes.
Gold bonus when lit.
Yeah, so there, see, now you got it just off of a random shot. He ended up hitting it, so now he's a double bonus.
Now he's going to sharpen his axe and go for that left loop.
There he goes.
Oh, risky live shot there. Oh, I see the spinner now. Okay, I see where it was lit.
Yeah.
It is up there. It's by the glare. I missed it. I thought it was actually the lights on the bottom there. Forgot where they were at.
Yeah, the bottom ones are the silver bonus, so when you don't have it maxed out, you can just shoot that. And
Nice
usually
save.
1 or 2 spins will get you maxed out.
So he's trying to hit that spinner, but it's like, yeah, there it is. It's super early, right off the cradle, and a little bit of a flipper fumble right there by Drew. But made some nice progress. Got the 234, so that puts him in second place right now. And Mr. Teolis will come back up here, hailing from Burlington, Ontario. He brought it. Did he put it back on?
He put his lucky name tag back on.
I don't know if it's serving him well.
Well, he had that long ball, then he threw it off, and he instantly drained, and then had a house ball. So, just calling as I see it.
Oh no, that's what we need here at Papa TV. We need brutal honesty. So we got Jeff Teolis again. Ball 3, about 85,000.
5,000 in a silver bonus increase.
Okay, he finally got control. Let's see what he does with it. He's going right for the
He's
double
going
bonus.
for the collect. I thought he was going to go for spinner there.
Thought maybe there's a nice up and over. So
That's
going to give
exactly what you want.
Yeah,
That's
just
great.
rattle around in there.
It's like
get
8 Ball
place.
Deluxe.
Oh yeah, I love that. I used to love that when I was a kid. I would like try to shake it so I didn't get it once.
Oh, he locked in his double bonus, but he only has is that
He had
5,000. So that's 100,000 in bonus off of just the gold bonus.
Yeah, so he's at 208. He's in play now. Yeah, Dominic's right now, unfortunately, the low man on the totem pole at 29, but he'll, as you just saw with Jeff, he played the ball for, 30 seconds and ended up putting him 100,000 in bonus, so just got to maximize your shots. These old games are tricky. Like I said, there's not much to them, but if you miss, you end up paying.
Hello, Outer Spacey Tracy. That's like my favorite
Outer Spacey Tracy.
Twitch name. Looks like she used it on YouTube, too.
Nice.
Right there, he's nudging it. Oh, no, he's not collecting it. Maybe it's not lit. It's hard to tell right here, but...
See, that's what I was talking about earlier. He hit the 6, but he didn't hit it hard enough, so he didn't get to qualify that 6.
Yeah. And he's shooting for that left. It seems he's going for that, but it didn't go in clean that time.
So what was he trying to do there? He was trying to bring it back up the in lane. He's trying to maybe a tap over or something?
I don't know. It looked like he, from the right flipper, was trying to shoot the left gold bonus advance, and then it fed to the left flipper, and he just live fired at the spinner for a safe bailout shot.
All right, so 322 is the high water mark right now. Again, Dominic is at 30,000, so he's going to try to get himself back in the mix here. Hopefully, the game's a little bit more delicate with it, or less delicate with him. That might be bad. Oh, nice.
Wow, great tip.
Get control. Shoot that left orbit.
Now he's already got
Oh, nice catch.
40,000 in gold bonus, so he can hit that 6. He doubles that.
Let's see if he can get it. Like I said, side-to-side action in this game is not always, the worst thing that could happen, but
It's not where you want to be.
it's the most unpredictable thing that's going to happen to you.
Look at the chat.
So
Oh, he got it with the
with the bounce.
stand up right
and
there.
Again, unfortunately, went down the middle. And
But that puts him in play.
yeah, 170. See if we can get. I'm going to get my chat up on the phone here, so our chat is not working on our computer.
I believe
So
that's.
going to try to make that happen.
This is the end of ball 3, so after this, everyone will have 2 balls left.
Just bear with us here. We're just going to get this up here in a second, and then we can acknowledge the chat. I don't want this. Our producer James is going to work on the chat here. So, if we haven't responded to you in the chat, it's not that we're ignoring you. We want to hear everything you have to say. We want to make sure that you're enjoying yourself. Minor technical difficulty. So we got Drew Sidoli up here. He's player 4 with 244. This is game 1 of the quarterfinals of the 2019 Cleveland Pinball Show. Semifinal action in Classics. First time I think we've actually broadcast Classics here, if I'm not mistaken. Drew got control on the left flipper. Let's see how he handles it. And he's been doing shatzing. He's going right for the 5 and 6. Going for that double bonus. That ball had a weird English on it. Wow.
Now you can shats to complete the double bonus if you want, but it's kind of a numbers game. It's really not consistent. You just if you have max bonus, you may as well try for it just to get possibly another 100,000. But I feel like if you're not at that point, there are a lot of other shots that are worth more for the odds that you'll get.
Yeah, it's got, like I said, it's got that elbow there where it doesn't allow you to do it most of the time. It'll do it sometimes, but like I said, it's better to get control and make your shots. Mm-hmm. See, you almost had it left the sling right there. Oh, we got our chat up now. Keith Elwin is our chat moderator. We are not on Twitch. We are on YouTube. So we are broadcasting. I think we're broadcasting on both, if I'm not mistaken, but we're only going to have chat in YouTube. So any questions you might have, please ask. We have Keith Elwin sitting next to us. 2019 Pinburg champion. If you have any questions about the stream or just general pinball talk, we want to hear from everybody in the chat.
That looked right there like he hit the 5 or very close, but it just did not trigger. Just like you were saying, those stand-ups are very hard to hit. And if you do, it's not certain that you're going to get the value from it.
Yeah, it can look like you're hit them directly, and you'll see them vibrating, but they sometimes just don't register. The switch is behind them.
It's like a mini very target.
Yes. All right, so Mr. Teolis. Let's see what Jeff can do. He hasn't had much ball time. Ball 1 was a little bit longer, but he really didn't hit much. His last 3 balls have been kind of unlucky. But he's still in the mix here with 217,000. Looks like kind of slow right now, but let's see if he goes for 5 or 6. He's only got 10,000 in gold bonus. Oh my.
Wow.
Great patience by Jeff.
Misses
He got
the target, gets the inline for the same target he missed.
he lived. Okay, nice dead bounce. Jeff's, he's looking away. He's like, yeah, I just survived that.
See, honestly, right here, I wouldn't even aim for that.
Well, he nailed it, but yeah, like you said, he's only got 20,000 banks. So
yeah, he just got lucky with another inlane there. I wouldn't have tried that.
Keeps on looking behind him. He's making sure everybody's watching him play. the level of skill that Jeff is portraying right now. Well, that shot totally missed.
Double bonus, so
he's talking to
gold
himself.
bonus is the goal.
Yeah, he's talking to himself right now. He wants to know how to get that over there. So, again, if you're in a tournament and you're not really sure what you want to do with it, watch what the other players are doing because Andy's doing alley passes, and maybe that's not something Jeff is comfortable with doing.
Yeah.
On this game, I'm not sure if that's something he has in his skill set, but
If you found that a post pass
Nice
works,
nudge.
you might try it, but I haven't seen anyone try it at this point.
really on this game, I don't think post passes really work. I think you have to do like almost like a live post transfer on this game,
Yes.
which is super dangerous.
I would just alley pass and use that brick of an elbow.
It's like when you're playing hot tip. Same thing. You get that shot right into the elbow and it slows the ball down.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Any
hot
game
tip.
with a steep flipper.
Hot tip.
Oh, I said games that we don't like. Maybe that'll be an Expo game. Who
I
knows?
haven't played hot tip forever.
The last time we used that on the stage was like the first year replay.
I used to go to Sears Arcade and play that game.
So this is one of 2 games I
Wow.
know that features Laurel and Hardy.
Wow.
Do you know the other one?
Hollywood.
At least one other one.
Hollywood?
Flicker?
No, Flicker has
Oh, Flicker.
Lauren Holly, right? I think
I
that's.
think-
I think
I
that might
don't
be
know.
right. I know there's like what looks like Richie Cunningham on that game, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Jeff's got that shot pretty dialed now. He's hitting that left orbit with pretty much like regularity. As I can't speak here for a second.
He's got max bonus, so he definitely doesn't want to tilt. At this point, I think he's just going for that spinner.
Yeah, so he's at 534 right now. If he doesn't tilt, don't want to jinx him, but I think he's going to play with fingertips now, which you would anyways with one of these games because the flipper cap or the flipper buttons are kind of inlaid into the side of the cabinet, and you have to play differently as opposed to the ones that sit on the outside.
Yes, if you try and slap it, you may miss entirely.
It's like playing target pool. Oh, he's going for spinners now. What would you do? Would you go spinners now, or would you try to go for orbits? Because I guess either one's really kind of uncertain.
Ooh, that was a move. But he didn't tilt, and he's collecting.
I think I would do spinner.
606 takes a commanding lead.
So he's his lucky name tag.
It worked one ball.
Were you saying you might shoot orbits for 5,000 apiece?
Yeah, I'm just wondering because, like I said, the center shot, if you miss it, you get a pop bumper down the middle or whatever. I guess you could get the same from shooting the left orbit too. But
That's fair. I do feel that the center shot is one of the easier shots.
It's juiced.
The entire, as long as, even if you hit that middle scoop, it might rattle the ball a little bit, but usually it's going to be safe.
yeah, those spinners are juiced for sure. There's another 5,000. And that's the kind of thing you do when you shoot up top. It comes out of the pop bumpers and you die.
Wow, Andy's barely flipped since his good first ball.
Yeah. Yeah, he started off really well. Dominic's had a little bit of a rough time of it. He's taking his time as he steps up. That's usually an indication that you just want the game to be friendly to you for 5 seconds. So let's see what happens here on, I believe this is ball 4 and
That was
right outside.
a rough hit off the sling right there.
The outlands are rough in this game. The
Yes.
slings sit higher than the lane guide, which if it hits anything over there, it's just done.
I honestly thought that was going to just glide down to the right flipper, and the last second to redirect it, he had to flip it out, and that was death.
Does this game have the metal rail next to the slings on the inlane?
I'm
You know
not
what
sure.
I'm talking about? 'Cause it looks like it's going in the inlane and it clips the rail and jumps out.
I'm not sure if it does or not. We'll have to inspect that after we're done here, maybe. All right, so Drew just wants to get control. And this is game 1 of the semifinals of the Classics Finals, as I'm redundant here. We are broadcasting live from the 2019 Cleveland Pinball Show. My name is Fred Cochran. To my right is Colin Dundas, and to my left is Keith Elwin. And we are more than happy to be broadcasting Classics Finals for the first time in really a long time. So we got
Did you see that?
Did they hit both of them?
Yes.
How is that even possible?
Target, post, target, flipper.
Maybe that's a new strategy.
You got to clip that.
That's a new strategy.
Yeah.
Because that'll happen never again. So it looks like Drew, there's a nice in lane. So it looks like Drew's also trying to figure out how he wants to handle the ball from the left flipper because everything that he's done,
Yes.
or everything that he needs to do with the left flipper is done.
He's got double bonus, but no gold bonus, so there's a lot to lose. The double bonus doesn't mean much if you can't get more. And that's just the rough way it goes.
All right, so 398. So he's sitting in second place currently. This is ball 5 of game 1. Jeff Teolis, I think, was the top qualifying classics, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And you might have heard him on Pinball Profile. He likes to stick a phone in everybody's face and talk to them for hours. which is great because I like Jeff, and he does a really good job at it.
Well, no one wants to say no because he's so big.
He is.
Hey, you don't have to do it if you want, but
No, but he just kind of stops you. He just you're in. You're not going anywhere.
I'm not going to force you.
It's a pretty good imitation. I like it.
All right, Jeff's going for that left shot for the gold bonus advance when he's on the right flipper.
Just trying to make some progress. You know, he's got pretty much almost double everybody's score. That was a nice little, almost like an alley.
Oh, he's safe. Yeah, and
like
why
a loop.
not?
It was almost like a loop pass without the loop.
Yeah. If he gets that 5, he doubles it.
There you go. Nice bounce.
He's
Get
going to take
control.
his time.
I'm going left orbit all day, man.
Yeah, if he gets that 5, he's almost pretty much locked in for the win.
There you go. So, seems that there's a stilt walker behind us.
There's the double
That's
bonus.
not Todd McCullough. That is an actual stilt walker. Normally it would be Todd McCullough, but it's not in this case. She's got a pretty good bird's eye view of everything.
Yeah, that's how we used to work in the old Papa days before streaming.
Somebody would hold the camera up there.
Stand on chairs, get on stilts.
Over-engineer big wrought iron stands for a camera that was about the size of my hand.
It's hard to believe how far it's come in 10 years.
It's pretty crazy. We've gotten to the 21st century and changed all those rigs. We don't have them anymore. We have a new mobile rig, which is awesome. Very similar to Carl D'Angelo's. Shout out to Carl, obviously. Be talking. Oh my goodness!
Wow,
what a save! So I'll be talking to Carl soon, getting ready for getting the expo set up for Chicago in about a month or so. I think it's about a month and a half, maybe. And Carl always gives us our software for there, and as well, I think he's in a broadcast the show this year. So seeing lots of Carl D'Angelo.
All right, so Andy's going for that left bonus increase.
He's got that shot down pretty well.
If he gets that to 100,000, he can double that for 200,000. He's still got some ways to go to catch Jeff, but at the same time, there's still a benefit to building a lead over all the other players.
I'll take 500,000 all day long. Yeah, he's trying to go for it. Ball's out of control. Thanks to our techs at Papa for getting the slingshots dialed in just to shoot the ball at even the slightest touch. All right, so we got one, and the other one, not so much. So 457, so he might be able to squeak out if player 4 doesn't have a good ball. So getting 0, you want to make sure you get points. You don't want to finish last.
I'm sure he'd want to do more than that, but at the same time, he's still got a possibility of taking 2 points out of this one.
Yeah, it's 3-2-1 scoring, right?
4-2-1.
4-2-1-0.
Yeah.
It's Papa scoring. Okay. Wasn't sure. I was still stuck in Pinburg.
Pinburg. I love that scoring.
3-2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get zeros, so I'm not going to say you get any zeros.
You get zeros all the time.
I think you might have got 1 or 2 of them.
Got to keep it interesting.
I think at one point you were like 57-4. So I asked you how you were doing. You were like, I got 57. I'm like, how many losses do you have? You're like 4. I was like, you're a jerk, and I just walked away. So, all right. So player 4, Dominic had a rough game. He really didn't have a good ball. Unfortunately, he didn't have a chance to have a good ball. And Drew Sedolia right now has to get about 60,000 or 70,000 to pass up Andy Rosa, who actually had a pretty good ball 1, but unfortunately had to struggle the rest of the way. And try to pull out 2 points instead of 1. But getting any points is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, unfortunate thing about this style is if you get a first place on the second game, you can jump right back in.
I think he could have saved that. He misread it because it came off that wall at a different speed.
But he went for the style points. I like that.
He did. He drained gracefully.
Yeah, he did the walk-off. I'm not going to try.
He just looked at it. He's like, I know I made a mistake there. Yep. So, all right, so game 1 out of the way. Jeff Teolis continues his great play on Prospector with 786. Player 2, Andy Rosa gets 2. Player 4, Dominic, or not Dominic, but Drew with 1 point and Dominic with 0. So, and Group 2 finished their first game, so they played on big game. Alexander had a 4. Fred Richardson had a 2. Dave Reel had a 1. And Classics Master Derek Fugate had a 0 with 95,000. That's a rough game. 95's tough.
On which?
On a big game. That's a bad one.
Yeah.
He must have got house balls. Got Tracy Abrams in the chat. Says, great job to Jeff.
Outer Spacey Tracy.
Once again, my name is Fred Cochran. I am flanked by,
Hey, lucky badge.
yeah,
Oh,
Jeff
I
Tillis.
changed it.
Oh, here goes Jeff Tillis for FaceTime. We don't, Jeff, he's always got to go on camera. He's always got to do something with the camera. He can't just walk by and just not do anything. He's always got to come in and talk about how awesome he is.
Watch, he's going to come beat this back if he has a bad game.
He probably will. He'll want to sit down and talk. So I got Keith Elwin to my left and, my God, Colin Dundas on my right. Sorry, Colin.
There you go.
And we are broadcasting live from the 2019 Pinball Show here in Cleveland, Independence, Ohio. A block and away from Melt, which is I always talk about Melt when I come here. It's a blessing and a curse because I gain about 10 pounds every time I come here, but it's so delicious. Did you go there again this year?
I have not.
We need to do that after this is over.
They have some fun machines.
Well, I don't want. They have good food.
He goes for the gut bombs, not the machines.
Yes,
Good food
right,
if you want
yes.
to sink yourself in grease.
I've been on,
But it is delicious.
I've been on a diet, but Melt just destroys that for the weekend. You have it once, you destroy your diet for the weekend. So, but as you can see behind us, there's a big hustle and bustle. Lots of people playing games behind us. We got Rod Lawrence playing Carnival, one of Keith's favorite games.
Yep.
Moon Patrol, got Jungle King. I love Jungle King. Pinball Action, which
Nobody loves?
nobody loves, but I haven't seen one in a long time. I forgot about the controls on the top. It's like a pinball machine, but apparently when you post transfer, you have to hit the nudge button, and it'll
Yes.
bounce over, as opposed to a real post transfer. So
I found you could alley pass, but there's nothing you can do because it's also got the bend in it. Doesn't score anything, but it's. There are some modern simulations that you can't do that on. So
what was the one that was on Microsoft? Was that Space Ace, the one pinball machine they used to
Space
have?
Cadet.
Space Cadet,
Yes.
right? Yes. Love playing. Oh my God, here we go.
Ground Shaker. Now we're talking.
Now we're playing Nitro Soul Taker.
There's Doug approving the start for this one.
So Doug's going to press the start button. It's probably going to take this game much shorter time than it did to actually press the start button. I call it Nitro Soul Taker because what ends up happening is the collect bonus shot, which is up here in this saucer, you don't know where it's going to go. You have no idea.
Yes.
Usually
it goes to the right flipper. Sometimes it can go middle, but I would say trying to catch it is not safe. You usually want to just try and flip it away and just hope that you don't drain.
So even banging your hand off the left side of the cabinet when it meets the wall,
Yes.
which is a strategy right there, doesn't guarantee you're not going to drain the ball. And you might tilt. So in this game, basically what he did on the plunge is he got it into the saucer, which is going to light this spinner and potentially double bonus if it
nice
lands
shot.
on double bonus. So spinner's worth 1,000 once it's lit.
Yes.
And here we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Let's see what happens here.
And at any point, even if the spinner's not lit, it's
Nice.
so important to get it back up there because anytime you get into the top scoop, depending on which arrow is lit, it
Nice
will
shot.
light the left scoop to collect that bonus. There are two individual bonuses.
Correct.
So ideally, you want to get both of the bonus collects on the left saucer lit and
right
double
there.
bonus, if that's possible, to collect for every shot in the left scoop major points.
Wow, I'm watching it on our Telestrator feed. The ball morphed to the flipper because it's different at a different lag rate. I thought it was some kind of sorcery that he was pulling here. Tillis has been known to use magnets in his pocket before.
Dialed into the spinner.
Yeah, he is. He's nailing that shot. So right now he has the right bonus lit, as you see with the right arrow on the play field. And then at the top, you'll see this left arrow is not lit. If he gets that lit in there, that'll collect the
Yes.
bonuses, as Colin just mentioned.
So
And
he
then-
collected
This is
13,000
bad.
there.
Oh, that's usually death right there.
If he can get the,
Oh,
ooh,
it's a solid ball one, though.
Not bad.
Solid ball one.
Just missed a double bonus, but
that
other
is a
than that-
solid ball one for
I'll
sure.
take a 166 on my ball one in
Yes.
this game all day long. So when do you go for the left orbital, Keith, before you build up your bonus, or do you wait and just keep on shooting up top to get all the stuff lit?
if I had that spinner lit, I'm going for that.
Okay.
Especially on a kick out like this.
Yeah,
Do you-
it's so unpredictable.
Do you have a way to transfer if you're on the right flipper? I was finding that to be the difficulty.
tap pass?
Tap pass.
Tap
There's a
pass?
tap pass on
Okay.
this. It's pretty difficult to figure out where it's at. It's a really like a sensitive tap pass.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a short ball for Andy. But this one is definitely tap passable.
Yeah.
As a lot of these old valleys are, but it's different on every game. You just have to find it.
I suppose you could possibly alley pass, but I think tap pass sounds like if you can feel that, that's going to be the safe way for sure.
Yeah, the other thing about the shatzing of the in lane on this one is this has a curved in lane,
Yes.
so you can do the up and over, and the out lane posts are pretty much death. and they can just go up and over on you, and then you end up getting screwed that way. All right, nice power in lane there. Oh, he almost had that spinner. Ah.
Oof.
And this is a game where you can light everything. You can get both bonus collects on the left scoop as well as double bonus, but you need to shoot it several times to really make anything of it. If you're set up, you can get probably over 150,000 a shot, but you really need to make sure when you're in that situation that you do it repeatedly to run away with it. Otherwise, the next ball, you're starting from scratch.
Yeah, it's a little grindy. So he's trying to shoot it back up top. Also, too, I forgot to mention the yellow lights that are actually the in lanes.
Ooh.
The target's right there, and the in lanes down here. Those will light your super bonuses in the middle of the play field. There's 20 and 30,000, and those carry over.
Yes, and Drew is doing beautiful drop catches right there. That's a great solution. If it's working every time, you want to go for that.
So Tracy in the chat wants to know how you play every game that you ever played, Keith. Go. Got to tell us how it's done, all the games, everything.
Oh, every game?
Every game.
Plunge the ball, use your flippers, you know.
Pray a little bit.
Yeah.
Drew has double bonus and his right bonus
was
collect
nice.
lit, and he's just dialed into that saucer. He shot it once and it rolled out, but it didn't rattle him at all. He's
Nice
just
drop
drop
catch.
catching and going for it and
There's that
keeping
up
it
and
going.
over.
Like, he feels very comfortable from how he's playing right now.
He made a play a minute ago where it just did exactly the same thing. The ball was coming down a little bit quicker. He couldn't cradle it, so he slowed the ball down by holding the flipper up, and then shot it live with the tip of the flipper into the saucer.
Yes.
Nice.
There
Look
it
at this.
is.
Is huge.
Yeah, and that saucer is not always a guarantee that it's going to land in there either.
Yes. And at this point,
Look
if
at
he
that.
shoots that again, he's collecting 100,000-ish.
Fantastic work. Another drop catch. Perfect. This game treating him much better than Prospector did. So every time he shoots it in there and it stays in there, just watch his bonus here.
Yes. Sometimes even if you have it dialed in, it'll kind of roll around the way it just did, but it will go out the right hand.
Yep.
And if that happens, you can't get angry. You just have to keep going for it and
Another
just
great drop catch.
Boy, this looks like this play's pretty easy. I don't know if I believe you guys.
You've played this game enough, man. You've seen it. I don't know. Maybe it's the floor here.
I've
I don't
never
know.
seen a feed like that on your guys'
wow.
game.
Beautiful live backhand to the spinner. Full rip.
We'll have to take a look at that between games. We need to make it harder again. All right, if we can keep on cashing these over 100,000 on bonus every time he shoots that scoop, so. Oh,
But now that he's shown everybody how it's done,
yeah.
curious to see if anyone's strategy changes.
If people are watching, right, exactly. If you're watching, you see that that's working. But then again, Nitro could just decide to take your soul and say, well, we're not going to do that anymore. But it seems to be working
Looks
pretty well.
consistent. Yeah.
I
Look at
think
that.
they're all going to try for the same strategy, and I think they tried that in qualifying.
Now they're all kicking themselves. Why didn't I think of that?
Well, the other thing, too, is what Drew's doing also, too, is he's able to do that drop catch. That's, something you have to do as well. That one
Yes.
was a little bit off. That one wasn't perfect, so.
That's something I was afraid to try. Like, I think that it's such a tough
there's a
strategy
reject.
because the feed is not going to the same place on the right flipper
Great
every
live shot.
time.
Yeah, it was a great live shot for that spinner, too. Spinner's not totally juiced, but it's probably good, worth about a 20,000 or so.
It's still, in most cases, you want to go for it to just get back to the top scoop. At this point, it doesn't matter because he's got double bonus as well as both of his bonus lights collect. But at this point, it's either tap pass or spinner, and spinner's worth enough points that it's worth going for it. Now he's stuck on an insert here.
I think I'm tap passing left to right and going for that scoop. I don't know if I don't know enough of Drew's work to know that if he's comfortable tap passing or just not on this particular game.
Yeah.
But he's going to walk away, not going to try to make any move. He's got a super bonus lit for 20 as well, so he's got all of his bonus locked in plus the 20, which carries over to the next ball. So he's probably about 750. Yep, 744. Very nice ball. So Jeff now is, going to try to do the same exact thing. When something works, you definitely want to try to do it again. But again, this game is temperamental. Don't believe Keith. This game's not going to play that way the whole weekend. Maybe. I don't know.
Let's see. I want to see everyone switch their strategy now.
What other strategies would there be?
It just depends on like how the game's playing. Like, you know, if it's going to give you the drop catch every time like Drew had, you know, you're going to go with that, of course.
Yeah.
But
Well, Drew was doing it at the very start, even when he had no bonus there. And, of course, that also builds the bonus.
right, that might be bad. Oh, nice
Oh.
bounce. Great patience by Jeff on that one.
Jeff
He's
inland
shooting a
Teolis.
little late on the forehand to the scoop, but he
Oh.
doesn't have much bonus collect yet.
And the funny thing about this game, too, is the ball seems like on the sides it'll drift towards the middle just mysteriously. And sometimes it bites you, sometimes it doesn't.
It's kind of like the Papa Fairy game.
Oh, that's done on purpose. We warped that play field on purpose. and it's even better with a power ball.
There he goes. He's going just for a semi-live catch.
He's taking what it's giving him. Reject. Nice dead bounce.
It'll do that a lot. You can't get shaken up when that happens.
So maybe Jeff wasn't comfortable with a drop catch there. You know, it came off a little bit different on the flip onto the flipper, but maybe that's not something that Jeff feels comfortable doing. So
If you didn't try it in qualifying, I wouldn't try it now.
yeah, whatever. Oh, unfortunately, the sling didn't fire. Sling didn't fire. He thought it was going to, and he had his left flipper up. So it made it a little bit more difficult for him. So 246 after 2 balls. Andy Rosa, who pretty much plunged in, let the ball go down the side. No, he didn't let it, but that's what happened.
This is a one-ball game, though. Alexander Kazmarchik in qualifying rolled it in his first ball. So
No kidding. Oh, that's the same.
Ooh.
That's the same thing that happened last ball.
that's just mean.
Andy needs to plunge better.
yeah. It's like. Do you have a spot on the plunger where you think you want to plunge on this game? Do you look at the
Oh,
arrows?
yeah. I want to bank it off the, obviously off those inlane guides into the saucer.
Right, because
But-
that's the hardest part
but
about it.
I would definitely use the arrows on the.
Okay.
Is it always the same amount of switches to the late double bonus, like 2 or 3 switches from the plunge, or does it vary?
I think it's 3. It goes left collect, right collect.
Oh.
Okay.
Double bonus.
Yeah, that's another one of those rules in those games, like a lot of the Bally's in the early times, that it wasn't anything in particular that you had to hit. It was just kind of a random switch thing.
Like that god awful hang glider game.
I was just going to bring that up. It's like 7 switches on hang glider is the right order for the double
You
bonus.
get the ball on the left flipper every single time. It's not lit. Your opponent, every time he gets the ball on the left flipper, it's lit.
I prefer high deal.
What's like, what is that one game, Space Mission, where the spinner will be lit for one player and then that they drain and then it's lit for the next player and after that and they don't have to do any work?
Well, that's the way to do it.
Oh, that's no work at all. It's beautiful, but it doesn't happen. Not as often as I'd like.
You're talking about Casanova, right?
No, not Casanova. You get 500 points every time. We put that piece of cardboard in there to make it 500 every time. All right, so. And there's
the center feed.
There it is. That's Nitro
Still
Soul
don't
Taker
believe
All
right
you
there,
can do
folks.
is nudge it when it's coming off, and even then,
It's not a guarantee. It's
not a
a
guarantee.
guarantee. So that shows you how temperamental this game is. Drew was doing drop catches for 15 minutes on his first ball, and that time Nitro said no more for you, and that's it. That's it.
fortunately, he's in a good spot. He's not too worried about that at this moment.
I want to see that happen again. I just wanted to go back to its old ways, not for the competitors, but just because it's more interesting for calling it.
Well, you're mean.
I am mean.
That was like a nice feed to me.
That was a great one.
Yeah. Fortunately, he doesn't have a collect lit.
He's got nothing. Come on, Teolis.
Yep.
Tap pass.
That's what-
He's thinking
that's
about it.
Tap pass, man.
You probably should. I've been
Oh, he
stuck
thought
in a
about it there. It looked
situation in
like-
qualifying where I've shot that left scoop 5 times in a row, never for any collect, never
is
for
bad.
double bonus, and at that point, you're not really doing much.
Yeah, like on these Bally's, it's that was a great backhand to the orbit. That's not something you see every day. Oh, he almost paid for it.
That is
Oh.
dangerous. I tried that several times, and either it'll go into the sling and fire randomly, or do exactly what happened there and just feed the center.
It looks like a little bit more of a wider flipper gap, too, if you look at the yellow line.
Yep.
Which I'm convinced that crack in the road is a crack in the playfield. Every time I look at it, I think it's part of the playfield that's damaged. It's not. It's the highway.
Definitely has the wide flipper bases.
Yeah.
Can we ask our techs?
Yeah, Jared's over there sitting down watching, but he'll tell you it's not. We would have filled that a long time ago. Ooh. Those pop bumper feeds are scary. All right, actually, Andy gets to control the ball for a change. Oh, no. Bounce over, maybe? No.
Now, does the double bonus light carry player to player? If you drain with it lit, does it carry to the next player?
I think it's variable. I don't think it's a guarantee. I couldn't say for sure.
I know when I was playing in qualifying with single-player games, it didn't carry it from game to game, but I'm not sure if you're playing a multiplayer game.
Could be a setting.
All right, so Andy finishes with 43. Drew is he's had a rough last couple games. Prospector wasn't treating him nicely, and this one hasn't been. 14,000 is not guaranteed points. Or Dominic, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say Drew. There's no guarantee that he can catch up, and he may be able to squeak out a point.
One spinner hit.
Yep. Because all you want is some points. You don't want to come out with zeros. There you go.
Left spinner, light that scoop.
All right, so his next mark is trying to catch up to Teolis.
Now, there's a little difficulty when you're shooting that right spinner. If you look at how wide the area is there, you can shoot it clean, and it'll kind of ricochet and not always go up. So it's like, even if you shoot it straight on, it's not a guarantee.
It's like the Papa Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
All right, he's got the out on the bonus. It's not a ton of points yet, but it's points. Feeds back to normal, it seems like, for now. I think this is going to be an evil one right here. Oh, he's rattling around.
Oh.
Flip around. Yeah, and again, that's like Drew was doing drop catches pretty regularly on that. Dominic maybe not be comfortable with that. It looked like it was going to go over to the flipper, and he could have done it, but unfortunately wasn't able to. How do you handle that? You just dead bounce it, or do you drop catch?
For which?
For the right flipper, if it comes out to the right. You do drop catches?
Yeah.
What about you, Colin? Do you feel comfortable with the drop catch, or do you let it bounce?
I was experimenting with it in qualifying because I played this game probably 20 times this tournament. Sometimes I was drop catching it, or not drop catching it. Sometimes I was just trying to live catch it, and oftentimes what just happened for me.
Okay.
I decided just to flip it off live most of the time, and while I wasn't making the shot, I was keeping it alive more often. So I was staying safe more from that.
Okay.
I think that if I could dial in a drop catch the way that Drew was doing, that I would feel a lot more comfortable, but that is a skill that you really have to practice.
Yeah.
And on any machine, you're not going to have it instantly. You need to try a few times to feel it.
All right. We're going to hear an ad from our one of our sponsors, Comet Pinball. Comet Pinball has the largest selection of lighting products for your pinball machines. LEDs can brighten up your game while reducing heat and power consumption. Whether you're a collector, operator, restorer, or mod maker, you'll always find low prices, fast shipping, and great service with Comet Pinball. Please check out their social media at facebook.com, Comet Pinball, twitter.com, or Instagram at instagram.com, Comet Pinball. And again, my name is Fred Cochran. We got Keith Elwin and Colin Dundas next to me. We just finished watching Game 2 on Nitro Ground Shaker. And Adam McKinney in the background, hamming it up, of course. That's what Adam does, from St. Louis, Missouri. It's great to see him here. He makes it all the shows pretty much close. And after 2 games, it was Jeff Teolis has 6 points.
The Stiltwalker wants to...
Oh, there comes a Stiltwalker. Got a light up baton. She's on camera. Oh, hold on. There's 2. What's going
wow.
on?
I'll see ya.
So I got 2 Stiltwalkers here. That's not distracting. We got. There we go. There it is. So we're going to do a little dance here. This is a middle show right here. And we got Adam McKinney hamming up, so we got a little dance going on. I can't dance like that at all, but let alone on stilts. No, that's the end of me right there. I'm falling down over through the table, kind of like a WWE thing. That would be me. So.
Oh, man. In a crowded venue like this, you just hoping no little kid runs into you. Oof.
Oh, because they come flying around those corners, and they're just going to take out your legs. So
take out your fake legs.
So again, Jeff with 6, Drew with 5, Andy Rosa with 2, and Dominic with 1. And it looks like Prospector Game 2 is still in progress with the other group. Ball 5 on Prospector, so we'll have an update on that next. Once again, we are at the 2019 Cleveland Pinball Show. We are broadcasting live Classics 2019. And so far, Jeff Teolis has acquitted himself with a 6 so far. He has been driving the bus and feeling pretty comfortable with what he's been doing. So once again, we're just waiting in between to start Game 3, which I'm not sure it's going to be. It might be Flash Gordon.
It looks like Flash Gordon, and in this case, it looks like Jeff just wants to avoid taking a 0 in this if he wants to move on.
I wouldn't have picked Flash Gordon if I wanted to avoid a 0, would you? I don't think so.
It depends who you're afraid of, I guess.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. That game for me, I love that game, but going on to just try to get points, I'm not sure if I'd guarantee that. But if you look at Maine, Alex Harmer is number 1 at the top. Keith Elwin in the booth with us is number 2.
Who
Bill
beat my
Mason.
jackpot score?
What's your He beat your jackpot score? What'd you have?
3 people did.
What'd you have?
It's only $4.5 billion, but that thing plays rough.
So did you play it? You played it at Pinburg, right?
Yes.
On the stage?
Yes.
What did you put up?
That's why I didn't pick that bank again.
Okay. So it was playing rough then too.
Yeah.
Was it feeding the same out of the casino
the
scoop?
casino saucer to the right,
Yeah.
sling to the left out.
There you go.
That
DJ
seemed to be everyone's complaint.
DJ Rouse, 7.75 billion.
Alexander Kazmarchik with
Alexander.
5.9. Pittsburgh
meddling
just
kids.
leading it,
Yeah.
showing how it's done.
Those kids, I tell you what, man, they make me sick sometimes.
Yes, that kid DJ.
Yeah. Well, DJ's a kid too. We're all kids playing pinball, but Alexander is an actual kid. He's what, 16?
Yeah, and he's killing it. He's been playing for 3 years.
I was just
4
going to say 2 or
years?
3 years, and he's like top 20 or something like that. It's just ridiculous.
He's in there.
Lots of good young kids. Did you play immediately when you were a kid, Keith? Did you always play pinball?
Yeah. I was playing probably age 8.
Okay. I started about the same time. What about you, young man?
I
You're still
played-
young, so.
I used to go to conventions. My parents went to sci-fi conventions, and anytime we were at a hotel, I would play in the game room. But I didn't know the rules, so I didn't really have a feel for it. And
Flashy lights?
Yes, I got into it 2 years ago, and that's when I kind of started playing competitively. So
You're hooked now.
yes, I'm hooked. I think it's for life. I don't think I can avoid the addiction.
Yeah, I've had my competitive. I think I've had my competitive fill. I'm semi-retired. I'm okay with it. I'd rather work. I'd rather. I'm not a copycat. I started
Copycat.
before you. I haven't played any events this year. You've already played a couple of
Oh,
events.
all
Now you're just moving machines like a robot.
No, I just move machines and do other things. So, but how was your experience at Replay? Did you play in the tournament?
Yes, it was my first Pinburg, third replay, but first Pinburg. I qualified for B.
Nice.
I had a game where I played a 25-minute ball 3 of City Slicker to make sure I made it into
oh my
B.
God, that's painful.
I went from 600,000 to 6.4 million.
Your resistance to boredom is admirable.
Yes, it was. I was falling asleep every time I missed a shot. I went, I'm going to fall asleep, but I saved it and kept it.
It's got to be the worst game ever made.
You think?
Well, in
Yeah, I
that
think.
bank, I played Big Hurt, so, and I kind of
That's
follow
more
a similar
redeeming than
thing.
City Slicker. But we also talked about doing El Toro. I don't know. That's a close. That's a
El
close
Toro
one.
makes sense. City Slicker makes no
If I
sense.
play a 25-minute game of El Toro, I'm telling everyone. So
And I'm not talking about Keith and what he did at Pinburg because everybody knows. So, I got to bring your trophy next month.
that looks
I
like
gotta-
we're on
I
Flash
got to
Gordon.
carry that thing around again.
Don't break the handle off.
Dude, you don't even know the bellhop grabbed it one year. I was like, don't do that. So, yeah. So, I'll bring your trophy, and next year, we'll see what happens. Unless you totally retire. I don't think you're going to retire from
No,
Maine.
I'll never retire.
I didn't think so. All right, Flash Gordon.
I'm here because it's in driving distance.
How long does it take to get here? About 6?
5 hours.
5 hours? Okay. Must drive a little bit faster than me then. So, Flash Gordon, what do we want to do, Keith?
Well, usually I think the settings on this one carry over the colored.
The multipliers
targets.
do carry over on this one. At
So
least
everything-
up to 3x. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if there's a different setting.
I think pretty much everything carries over on this one, if I remember right from Pinburg. So
And you're talking about the stand-ups in the in lanes, right?
yeah,
Okay.
all the colored lights and then the bonus multipliers.
Yeah, bonus multipliers over here on the right.
So
You
right,
get
right flipper, I'm taking out colored targets. Left flipper, I'm taking out the inlines. Then once
So-
you get your bonus at 3x, then you'll start being more aggressive up top.
And then by hitting the left target bank right here, we'll light this spinner first. And then
Yes.
if you complete it again, they'll light the ramp in the center for the spinner as well. And then you just continue to shoot the spinners because they're juiced.
Now
They
it looks
are.
like Jeff is going for that backhand up the right ramp with the right flipper. That's one way you can kind of get it up there and get your collect bonus when it is lit. We saw people doing that during Pinburg. I tried it here. I don't know if the leveling is different or I'm just not making the shot, but
Nice tip over.
I kept hitting that stupid post next to it, go down the left outline.
From the right flipper?
Yep.
There you go.
That was a good attempt at it.
So then once you hit that target at the top, which is up here by the small flipper, the ball will loop around and go back into the in lane and collect your bonus.
Right
which
there.
you just had right there.
Exactly.
Perfect on cue. So as silly as this may sound, I like hitting the left targets with the left flipper as it rolls up. And then I like backhanding the left spinner from the left flipper, which works. But it's kind of dangerous.
On your game, yeah.
On this one, yeah.
He has the 3x lit. Is that the, or does he now have 3x?
He has 3x lit currently, and
Now.
then if he completes his target bank up here right now, it's flashing 4x,
Yes.
and we'll give him that.
So he's going for those left targets on the upper play field. If you're not familiar with the game, each time you get into that scoop that he just got into, it starts out and you'll see the lights just below it kind of strobing downwards, and that means that the ball is going to kick downwards. The kicker actually has 2 kickouts. The second time you get it, it'll kick upwards, and each time it will alternate between up and down.
And he's living on those backhands he's missing. That's usually death.
Yeah.
So let's see what Jeff wants to do. Yep, there it is.
Oh, wow.
Backhand, and after that spinner's lit, you can get some big points on that. I found that out by accident.
Did he get that rolling
Oh my
before he
God.
shot it?
No, he had it actually from a trap. You can get it from a trap.
Okay, I thought he kind of went for a post move to try and get it rolling, but
Yeah, the geometry doesn't look like it would work, but it does.
I mean, if
Oddly.
that's his strategy, I would definitely try to take out the target bank.
Yes, absolutely. Getting it up top is great. He got his multipliers, and you also get. So when you get the 4 times, I think if I'm wrong, correct me, Keith. After you get 4 times, this light right here lights up for double playfield for 15 seconds, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And then if you do it again on 5x, it gives you 3 times playfield on the right side.
And you can
Well,
stack
he-
them both for 5x.
Nice.
he has to be happy with that. With the 4x that I believe is going to carry over and 500,000 to start.
Yeah, that's a solid ball. Solid ball won by Jeff. Jeff just walks away. Doesn't come over and
come here to
showboat.
gloat.
Yeah, I was just going to say, doesn't come over and showboats. He just goes off and does his business. That's fine. Our producer James is saying that he's behind us. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm not looking. I'm not trying to encourage him at all.
In his position, trying to not get last, I think he's doing a great job.
Brian Dominy says that he played City Slicker once at Papa and he had a pain in his arm for the next week. That sounds about right, Brian. Sorry that you had to go through that. Oh, and Chris Warren takes a jab at me. Oh my God. Fred's retirement began with a little game of Corvette in Louisville when Timothy Street beat me. And I've never lived that down. So, thanks, Chris, for bringing that back up. And you're probably right about that.
Timothy Street's a solid player. Nothing
Oh, yeah.
to be ashamed about.
He made the stage a couple years in a row, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Timothy's a great competitor, and I think when he beat me, he was like 12, just like Alexander was, and he stomped me. I felt shame.
I remember Escher with his stool.
Wow. I remember Josh and Zach Sharp doing Mortal Kombat commercials.
Yeah. And winning plush. Second place plush.
Oh, here's Teolis behind us again, making sure we're, representing him well.
Listening to the bunch of garbage elements.
Oh, geez, here we go.
Has been. What have you won lately, buddy?
Everything.
Oh, yeah, Pindigo, I forgot.
True.
That's right. So as this player, Yomagana, or Yomagayo in the chat says, player 2 going to win by 100 points. That would that'd be pretty rough if somebody lost by 100 in this game. All right, so we got Drew Sidoli up here. He's pretty comfortable with 5, but wants to keep his foot on the pedal and get points.
His
for sure.
co-pilot's helping him here.
Indeed, that's right. So let's see how Drew goes.
So if Jeff gets first place, then Drew's automatically in.
Sweet. All right, so now the ball's going to go back up to the upper play field. It's got a squirrely little bounce over to the flipper. And if you miss with that little flipper up top, it's usually bad news down the middle, but that time it ended up bouncing over to the left out lane. That's got a weird, that metal has so much different feed than plastic. It just slides everywhere. Live Catch Pinball says classics with a bunch of exclamation points. We are super happy that we decided to do classics here. A lot of people have asked us to do classics, and with the mobile rig this year was a lot easier. Now we'll be able to do classics a lot more. That classics at PPO, we'll be doing that. If you don't know what the PPO is, that'll be the Pittsburgh Pinball Open, which happens at the beginning of October, and that'll be held at the Pinball Dojo in Bellevue, Pennsylvania. And details have been out on Facebook about that. So if you want to come to Pittsburgh and play in a tournament, there'll probably be about 150, 175 competitors for that. And hopefully Keith doesn't come because we want people to win from Pittsburgh. But no, he's probably going to be busy designing game number 3. Are you working on game 3 yet?
Oh, yeah.
Of course you
Ooh.
are. So there's an exclusive. Keith is working on game 3. That's all you're going to get.
Rough shake out there.
All right, 5-time target is lit on the left-hand side. And again, that carries over from ball to ball.
Everyone other than Jeff seems to be in a tight position there. He can definitely beat out any of the scores.
Jeff taking his water and moving it. I don't know. He's playing to the camera again. He just wants camera time.
Yep.
I don't know how he gets scratch his hair.
Pretend he's thinking of a strategy here when it's Flash Gordon, man. Plunge and flip. Turn
What
your
should,
brain
I,
off.
what should I do? At least he's not pointing at the game, trying to figure that, doing that. So let's see what he does here. I was going to say, that might be a bad feed for him. He survives. See if he survives this. Sometimes that's a little squirrely.
Ooh. Oh, he's got double playfield.
Okay, so let's see if he can get the spinner. Getting double playfield with
up.
the spinner is always a great thing, but
Yeah, I probably didn't actually want that there.
also, too, I think after 4 times, the collect bonus button lights up at the top right there where that arrow is. Is that after 4 or 3? Do you know? The collect bonus?
3 or 4, yeah.
Okay.
But in the pop-out Flash Gordon, it doesn't really matter.
No.
That seems really hard to hit.
Yeah, that upper flipper really is hard to get anything going.
All right, so
You guys have it flopped.
Yeah. We like to make things a little bit more difficult than they normally need to be. Not that Flash Gordon's, an easy game anyways. We just like to stick the knife in a little bit more.
Remember the first Pinburg, we had the Meteor with no middle posts and no outline posts. That was fun.
Is that the one that's here?
No. We just ripped the post rubbers off of that one. There's posts, but no rubbers. There's rubbers on them? Oh, my God. I was just told that there are rubbers on Meteor. That just stopped the presses. That should not have happened. I'm not sure how Tommy Busy and Jeffrey Dixon forgot to take those off. But I don't know what the high scores on that game were, but
2 million.
2 million? That sounds about right with post rubbers. Did you get to play, what's the game I'm thinking about? Oh, my God, at Pinburg. I tore everything out of that game. Warlock.
Yes, I
Did you
did.
play Warlock?
I did.
How fun was that?
Not fun.
Okay, yeah, we ripped the post rubbers off everything.
The
on
orbit
that game.
straight down the middle was really fun all 3 times.
Oh, the left around to the
Yep,
right? Yeah,
yep.
right down the middle.
That was super fun.
I've also run into a couple Warlocks where you can't actually make that orbit. So I was really happy when I was able to make that orbit until it went down the middle.
Yep.
So your Warlock's coming back to life as we speak, actually.
Oh, nice.
So next Pinburg, it'll be there.
Warlock's a great game.
I think we're
Just
working on the
light-
backlash for you, too.
Light every spinner, miss every spinner.
Warlock's a fun game. If you've never played a Warlock, if you get a chance to play one, I know Phoebe has a nice example of one, and it's just a lot of fun. Great Williams title.
It is.
Pretty obscure, but fun game.
If I have one critique of it,
Oh.
I don't think the bonus is worth enough.
No, it's not. Definitely not. Spinners are fun to shoot, though.
Yeah.
Lots of spinner shots. Interesting spinner shots, actually.
It's like the Flight 2000 of a.
Yeah.
It's like
The shots are very similar, yeah.
it was like, wow, 10,000 bonus, cool.
All right, Andy Rosa here. What's he at? Let's see where he's at here. He is player 4.
Oh.
And there goes that spinner right down the middle on the right ramp. That right ramp with that metal ramp is...
Not sure what you could do about that. It missed the
Nothing.
upper flipper. You
There-
could nudge it, but do you really know where it's going to go?
Well, that's when you short plunge a little bit. You light plunge and you get a guaranteed shot on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've noticed when you light plunge, though, when it hits the ramp, it kind of gets caught a little bit. So there's a variable in there. It's not going the same all the time.
Yeah, if you walk up to this game and just plunge, your ball's pretty much over.
Yes.
I'm not sure what they're looking at here. Jeffrey Dixon, one of the tournament directors here, he's looking at something. Did it tilt through? He might have tilted through. I don't know. Nobody's flashing right now.
Either that or he got the fake 100 points.
Oh, and the lock is scoring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the ball is in the shooter lane. Lights are flashing. I don't know if that...
I think he got the fake 100 points.
Okay, because I know a lot of the...
No, it was tilted.
It was a tilt through. So it's going to go over, and he just got the fake
the
100 points.
Yeah.
So it's in player 2 right now. So that will actually
Disqualify?
disqualify. Andy Rosa for that game. He'll get a 0 automatically, which he had a 2, so he'll finish with a 2. And then, if necessary, Jeff will play an extra ball if someone were to surpass his 779.
I think this is pretty much set now.
Probably. And I think Dominic is questioning why his score's not flashing. And as we saw right at the beginning, he got that 100-point pop bumper, which happens a lot on a lot of the Bally's. When the ball kicks out, you get a phantom pop bumper.
Yeah, I love those capacitors.
So he's trying to short plunge a little bit, get a little bit of action there. And here's what you're talking about right there.
That's good flip.
Yeah, but you were talking about that little lip on the top there. Sometimes
Yes.
just grabs the ball.
I mean, you want to shoot it early. Maybe you'll get the drop targets, but at the very least, you don't want it to go either to the left spinner or the right spinner.
Nice save. Walked out into the 2-punt or the multiplier.
Because if you get it to drain or to leave the upper playfield in the middle scoop, then at least if it goes in there, next time you hit it, it's going back up.
So he has one more target on that right side. He's already got, he's got 2 times locked in. Never mind. I'll answer my own question by saying, why would you shoot that if it's not really worth anything? But there's a 3 times over there, so.
Oh, that would have been a situation where the ball would have gone back up, but it lipped out of there.
All right, a little bit of a collect. Little short plunge. There you go. He gets to flip the ball. Nice little bounce. That's exactly the kind of feed you want right there, where it bounces off both of them. When it comes down to the lower playfield, it's kind of dangerous. But I'd be shooting for, I don't know. I'd be shooting for left targets. Myself personally, trying to get those spinners lit. Make those trips up top worth something.
It's hard to tell how many targets he has left. Are they lit? Is it the 2 and 4 targets on the left side?
Oh, he almost made a fumble on that. It looks like there's 2 targets, the top 2, that are still left.
Okay.
I could be wrong, though. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be going for that multiplier. I know it's a multiplier, but
Well, he's up to 3x. It's ball 3, so even though it carries over, he's not really getting the benefit of that.
yeah, I'd be going for targets than spinner, unless he really wants to grind that bonus collect.
If you feel safe with it, maybe you can just go for it over and over.
Nice
but
nudge.
It's hard to say that anything feels safe on this game.
That was a great subtle nudge too. He knew he was in danger, was able to pop it out of there. Nice tip over. Great patience. All right, so he's got his double play field lit.
And he locked in 4x bonus.
Yeah, you talk about the most worthless lit pop bumper in history. Flash Gordon upper playfield.
Oh, he missed that last target. He's got 3 down.
One more for 5x.
See, I do that. Like, he just tried to roll it up there, and then I try to backhand those targets. It
Yep.
may seem risky, but that's how I play this game. It seems silly, but
But he's got his 50,000 mini bonus in addition to the other bonus that he has, and that gets multiplied.
no points for extra ball, I don't think.
No, yeah, this is oddly nothing.
So he's well over 200,000 bonus.
I don't know if he wanted the post transfer there. I think he just wants to catch it. Yeah, he's trying to backhand that. He's not getting enough of a bounce. Maybe he's trying to post transfer. I don't know. He's trying to get that target, though. He's going about what he wants to do. That's right there. Perfect. There it is.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, if you can get the timing on it right, it works out. And you got the spinner left on the left, lid on the left spinner.
I think at this point you want to go for the bonus collect. He's got it on the right flipper, and there he goes.
All right, so
It's
what we
only
got?
a couple.
Yeah, it's only a little bit of points. Yeah, you don't get the 100. You don't get the 100 on that one.
Okay, you don't get
only
the,
you get the base
super
bonus.
bonuses,
Yeah.
but just the base bonus.
Spinner might be bad. Okay, now, like again, you can shoot that spinner from the left side. It's dangerous.
Now, what relights the bonus collect? Is it the drop target again up top?
The
Yeah.
bonus collect? Yeah.
Okay.
That's for the lower bonus. The upper playfield is like 3 or 4 banks.
So now he just collected his bonus, or lit the collect bonus with the blue light at the top, which you'll see right there.
Unfortunately, he collected it right before it goes to 2x playfield.
Oh, he got it?
Yes.
Okay, it was
Yeah.
a delay on my screen then.
Oh.
Unfortunate bounce, but that's a solid score for him. It's not going to catch Jeff.
Yep.
So this could be the last ball because Andy was disqualified for tilting through. And I you know what? Honestly, I don't think he needs to play his ball, right? That's Drew, and that makes him automatically through.
Actually, if I were him, I wouldn't play it.
If it tilts through to the other
Phantom
play.
tilt through.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Game malfunction,
Yeah.
catastrophic malfunction, restart.
Yeah, so they're both through. So yeah, I think I would plunge off. And looks like he's going to. No, he's going to play. Oh my. Fingertips, man, fingertips.
Sometimes it's hard to know about these like very strange situations.
Yeah, you can tell he was really into that.
He went up there with a strategy in mind. But yeah, bad break for Andy Rosa, though. He tilted through. Ended up taking a 0 in the last game. So Drew and Jeff will advance to the 2019 Cleveland Pinball Show Classics Finals. And we are still waiting to find out what happened over in the other group, which we will find out here shortly. Jeff with the 10, Drew with the 5. Go through. All right. Alexander and Dave, they advance. So our finals are Jeff Teolis, Drew Sedolia, Alexander Kazmarchik, and Dave Ryle. Should say shape up for an easy final, huh? That's not a bad group. Pretty easy. Hi, guys. See Keith relaxing over here. He's got the easy job. He's watching the chat.
Yeah, I can say that final sounds like the farthest from easy, though I do get to play a lot of the Pittsburghers a lot, and so I'm biased towards...
It's part of the reason I retired. I'm tired of playing against Pittsburgh people. I don't want to play against those guys. There are too many good people. I'll play in a different city like Chicago where it's easy to play.
Yeah.
Not really. So, but how far are we? Just seen the thumbnail. We, Pin Farmer, we are in the final now. I see your never mind, but we are in the final now. So, again, Drew Sedolia, Jeff Teolis, Alexander Kazmarchik, and DJ Ryle will be your final group. Looks like Jeff Teolis is first seed as he finished first. So he's going to drive the bus, so we're not sure.
Oh, he's going to the same bank.
You think he's going to go Prospector again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Prospector, okay. So that's just confirmed by our director, James, which I always, say, okay, James, and nobody can hear him except for me because I'm hearing voices in my head. And we'll see how Prospector treats Jeff this time. I don't know if he's going to go to the well too many times or it treats him well. Last game, I think he would have 800,000.
Pretty close.
So that's a solid game. Solid game. I'm not sure what Alexander has been doing. I think Alexander rolled Prospector as well this weekend.
I'm not sure about
Can we get a look at the scores, James, on what Prospector was for the weekend? See if any of the top qualifiers so we can get an idea if any of these guys have played most of it. All right, so we're going to check out Big Game or Prospector. So Lewis Bevins rolled it.
838,500 for Alexander.
Okay, so Dominic, unfortunately, who just got eliminated, did well. Alexander had 838. Drew had 838. Jeff Teolis is in there somewhere, 758. And DJ, is he even on the board? I don't see him. He's way down there. Okay, so DJ Ryle probably played this game once or twice.
Oh, he was up there.
Was he up there?
768,
768?
765.
Okay, I see him now, 765, okay. So everybody's got some pretty decent scores on this game, so it should be pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, this game, again, we watched it earlier. I think a lot of it comes to whether or not you can get the ball on a flipper. At that point, you can decide if you want to go for gold bonus or if you want to go for spinner. It seems that some of the more aggressive players would go for gold bonus, and it was really working out for them.
Yeah, gold bonus is the way to go, man. If you don't get those spinners lit, gold bonus for the win. Chopping the wood. Looks like John Cawson from Australia says, thanks for the broadcast. Thanks for tuning in, John. I don't know what time it is in Australia, but it's probably later. Or it might be the next day. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And then Travis Hurst, my buddy Travis, who moved to Texas. Hi to Fred. So it's great to see Travis is tuning in and still following pinball. And Jeff Teolis is going to be player 1 on Prospector. Looks like Doug Polka is going to be going over there starting games. So he's kind of jumped in as a tournament director. Imagine that.
Yeah, Dr. John who wins. Future boy.
It is. Sweet. It is in the future. I wonder what time it is, though. You know? You want Australian time?
No, I am not.
Okay. Early Sunday morning. All right. Good morning, John. Thanks for tuning in. 8:40 a.m. Oh, that's not bad. That's not early. I thought it was like 6 o'clock. So say, what are you doing up on a Sunday morning at 6? All right, so Jeff Teolis. Ready
He
to
starts out. He gets 3 rollovers on the gold bonus, so he's already at 40,000.
left orbit. There he goes. And he gets the extra 5 for going in the kicker. Gets a 5 off the sling. The game's making it easy for him right now.
I think he's going to just keep shooting that. He's got it dialed in.
Absolutely. Back into the kicker again. Comes back out. Let's see if he gets a 6 on a bounce. Not this time. He's got that shot dialed, though. It's an important shot to get. Not easy, but look at that.
He's maxed out, so it's only
Holy
5,000
smokes.
now.
Do you think they actually licensed Laurel and Hardy for this?
Probably not. No royalties have been paid.
Yeah.
You have to ask them.
Just like the Hank and Empire Strikes Back.
Yes. Wish we still had one of those. I don't know if that was a great game or not.
I've never actually played one.
They have one down in Columbus. If they at Pins Mechanical. It's Trent's actually. Trent put it on location.
We saw right there that feed back from the left orbit did not come to a flipper. It's a little worrisome. I'm wondering if the players are going to want to smack it to get it go towards the right flipper a little more.
Yeah, Papa used to have an Empire Strikes Back, and we lost it in the flood.
Ooh. Why couldn't it be City Slicker?
Could have been any number of games that we could have lost in the flood, but
That would have caused a time paradox. I wouldn't have my memorable game there.
we would have got another one probably, just because. So DJ Rouse steps up. He's from Pittsburgh. Again, 2 Pittsburgh finalists. They Drew. I'm not sure where Drew's from. Let me see. Greensboro, North Carolina. That's right. And Jeff Teolis from Canada. So it's a big happy family. It's a big wide-spanning group of people.
So DJ's taking a bit of a different strategy. He's shooting the spinners. I'm wondering if he feels more comfortable with that, or do you just think it's a better way to get?
I don't know. That's a little grindy. I don't know. Maybe that's what worked for him. It just seems a little bit more grindy to me.
I think he's going for the build gold bonus through the random rollovers.
Okay. Nice bounce over. See what he does with the left flipper. I know what he's doing with the right flipper. There you go. Spinner again. Rinse, repeat. Yeah, the only downfall for that's a nice bounce.
Oh, wow, great.
Now,
Is that his-
he'll shift strategy, I bet.
Yeah. Well, then you have to collect again. He had it lit, and then it went in the hole. So Colin was talking about earlier how you shoot the ball and it'll hit the pop-uppers and bounce back through the spinner. That was a weird insert. That's one of the downfalls by shooting up there, too, is that you can get the spinner ripped, and then it will stop because it'll come back down through the spinner.
Well, I'll often shoot the opposite spinner, the one that isn't lit, get a pop bumper to switch it, but you don't know if it's going to hit 2 pop bumpers or just 1. Someone in chat mentioned that they felt the way to do it was to shoot through the pop bumpers, but I feel that that's a little bit of a tight shot, especially since you're probably going to graze the middle scoop. I haven't tried it, so I can't say how valid it is, but if someone has been going for it and it works, then that's great.
Yeah, it seems like everybody has a different approach or has the same approach except for DJ. I'm not sure how Drew played this game. I don't remember from game 1, but he seemed like he was going through the same thing.
I have rolled this at the PPO going just spinners the whole time because I didn't know the rules that much at that point. But at the same time, it's just luck and grinding out. There's probably a more efficient way if you know exactly what you're doing.
No, I think it's luck and grinding out.
I agree with that.
I think you're right. Surviving the out lanes and not missing the left orbit shot. Oh, we almost got the 6. Uh-oh, that was nice. All right, left orbit. Let's see if he's got the shot down. There it is. Not clean, so it didn't go all the way to the kicker, but he ended up getting in the silver kicker. Got some
Max silver bonus.
Got some gold love in there, maybe a little bit.
But then he collects it, which sets him back, and the spinner's no longer lit.
Oh, another kick off the wall there. Yeah, that's so squirrely up there on that left side. You don't know where it's going to come from, where it's going to hit on the wall.
It's very similar to Nitro Ground Shaker, actually.
Because we know nothing ever goes wrong with Nitro. Now he's playing a little bit more methodical. Got about 30,000 right now. Maybe going for 6. Oh, got it on the rebound. That seems like it's been happening a lot, is that rebound.
Great dead bounce. He has that double collect, so yeah, he is going for the left orbit. It looks like he didn't have it quite dialed in. I'm not sure if
that might be bad. Yep. 80,000 bonus, though. That puts him in the game, 114.
Mm-hmm.
It's a solid ball 1. We got Alexander who's just going to just walk up and plunge. That's just what he does. He doesn't take any time. He just walks up and plunges. Looks like he's having...
nice.
What's that?
That was a nice feed.
Oh, danger.
Alexander with a smile on his face all the time as usual. Very, very focused. Nice slap save.
Have you heard his stand-up routine?
It's like Stephen Wright or Mitch Hedberg. Oh, man. And Alexander doesn't, like, that's another thing that Alexander doesn't do a lot of. He doesn't take his time and measure his shots, which is one of the more disgusting things that is in his skill set. He just kind of plays. He'll trap up, but he won't hold the ball for long periods of time. And it works for him. I'm not sure how. It's kind of like Andre, how he plays.
I talked to Alexander, and I got some insight into what his strategy, why he plays so well.
He doesn't
Simple
miss.
answer is he imagines every shot is the cabinet on X-Files. It's one of his favorite games there. He just goes
loves
for it.
X-Files. Oh, my God. It's in the middle of the playfield, too, so he likes shooting dangerous things. I get it.
He told me it's a spinner. Now it's the cabinet.
He loves that game. They had it at Buffalo a couple years ago, and he was more happy that, like, they had Domino's Pizza Party. He was super excited about that, and they had X-Files, which sent him over the edge. Which
Pretty fine collection.
that's an eclectic collection at the very least. So he's got double bonus lit. He's got 80,000 in gold bonus. He hasn't shot the left orbit once, but is almost at max bonus. Nice nudge. See, he could have grabbed it, but he didn't.
At this point, he does not want to tilt because that's 16. No,
He's
18.
at 90. He's at 180 right now.
Yeah, 180 in bonus.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's had every opportunity to trap up, and he hasn't. And I just, yeah.
Travis Hurst in chat asks if this is 3 or 5 balls. This is set to 5 balls.
Yeah, every EM we have, Travis, is set for 5 because most of them are evil.
Yep.
Although Alexander just proved that, this game's not 100% evil just when you just flip the ball around. Jeff Teolis has been playing lights out on this game. He started with 179, so he's got a solid start for this. Everybody's bouncing into the scoop. Oh, right into the scoop again. All right, rinse, repeat. Jeff's been going left orbit pretty much every time he can.
Great decision to trap up and just slow it down.
Nailed the
there.
6. See, I never like shooting those targets, man, unless I'm built up. Like you said, Keith, it's such a challenge to get those to actually register.
It's a dangerous shot, and there are much safer shots to build up small points. But
There it is, perfect.
at this point, now he can just go at it.
He's very confident, obviously, of his shooting that. He feels real comfortable, so why not? And that was a nice live shot to the orbit. Getting some gold love there, 40,000 bonus, which is 80 now.
One thing we haven't seen much is if you shoot that left orbit, sometimes it can just stop halfway or like once you've gone over the switch and come back down and give you a second collect.
Double dipping. So he's at 120 bonus right now. He's got about 5,000 more. That's a nice save. Great recovery. Measure his shot, go back to the spinner, build up that silver bonus. Missed it completely. Trap up again. So he's got about 5,000 more to build up on that silver bonus. Almost there.
When you try and catch on these,
Nice ball.
Yeah, solid ball.
when you try and catch on this type of flipper at the very tip, sometimes it'll kind of bounce back a little bit and fire it off. So it's a little worrisome in that case. But
springboard.
yes.
I'm not a fan of those. That happens in those early valleys, too. I don't like it.
AC flippers, man.
So we got DJ Ryle, ball number 2. He started with 179 as well. He was about 400 points behind Jeff when he started ball 2. Let's see how DJ
Great
approaches
dead bounce.
it. Yep, going for spinners. That's what he went for last game, or last ball. And he just got rid of his progress.
Shot back through there, which is not something you see much because there's a pop bumper that blocks it.
And another. There he goes. He lost it again.
It's fine. You just have to be patient.
That was really weird. I've never seen that come back through the first scoop and go to the other one.
Yeah.
Prospector will spend a lot of time in the upper playfield. You're not doing much in terms of scoring, but you cannot get bored or impatient.
Wow. This game has a lot of kickouts.
Yeah, some of them not favorable. 237 or 235-7 for DJ. Player 3, if I'm not mistaken, is Drew. And we'll see what he's going to do. Same thing, probably left orbits, shoot for B. Or I keep on saying B and C. I think I'm playing Hocus Pocus or something. I'm not. See what he does here. See if he gets a favorable bounce out of the top. Gets control on a little tip over. Almost had that double rollover. Almost got up there. Satisfying when it happens. Kind of scary, though, when it's coming down at that speed.
Absolutely. We saw it earlier, just drain middle. And, I mean, I'm not sure the speed matters entirely because it's been kicking out kind of off of it. I'm not sure how, but...
Like, you can't see, really, like, that little kick out on the side there from just looking at the playfield right now.
Yeah, it doesn't come off clean all the time. Sometimes it'll, at the last second, even if it's going slow, it'll kick more towards the right sling.
All right, left orbit. Some rollover love. It's at 30,000 or 40,000 rather. I think 50,000. I can't read.
There's double bonus.
Can't see it. I think he's at 100 locked in right now. So nice bounce. It's so touch and go. That was a nice.
Now that's
there it
perfect.
is.
Ooh. Oh wait.
The jackpot.
Let's look at the silver bonus.
That was like a super jackpot right there.
Yep.
He's got that shot pretty dialed. So keeps on building that. He'll lock in his 200. That would surpass Mr. Teolis, but he misses, but he got a lucky in lane. Well, a fortunate in lane. Not a lucky one, but a fortunate one.
Mm-hmm. He's at 14,000 right now, or 140. Wait.
Lots of up top. That's what we're going to see. We're going to see lots of orbit shots and lots of up top. Bounce over. Nice, gets control. Makes this shot. He'll have his max bonus at 200,000. And then he'll just start grinding at the spinners, possibly. So there he's locked in. All right, let's see what he does. Yep, there he goes, spinners. He's only got about 5 more spins to go to get the value built up to where he's getting 1,000 a spin. And he just lost it all.
Not what you want.
That's all right, though. It builds up pretty quick.
Yeah, 1 or 2 shots will get you back up there.
Alexander turned away for a second, and Alexander's playing now. So Drew's ball went down, said bye-byes. Finished with 395, so he is currently in the lead. Narrow margin, though, because Alexander is just getting ready to pass him here in a second with his just flipping away attitude. I love it. Classics.
Just keep flipping, just keep flipping.
Now, you've played against Alex a bunch of times, and as you have, does he play that way on modern games, too? Does he play the same way?
How so?
Just does he just flip wildly, or does he control the ball?
He will control when he needs to. He'll play wildly when it suits him. Honestly, I would say that it's hard to usually identify when he's stressed or panicking, especially if you look at him, he doesn't show it. Honestly, he's a very hard player to read by my standards.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't played against Alexander in a really long time, and I thought he played a lot more controlled, but he's just flying away.
He's got the classics mindset.
I think on this game, there's a safe bailout in the middle spinner, and if you shoot it, you're going to get something. So a lot of players are not afraid to go for that when it's out of control.
Yeah, I'm grabbing that ball any chance I get on these old games. I don't play controlled methodical on newer games, but on classics for some reason that's just something I do. I control the ball as much as I possibly can.
Those steep flippers make it very tempting.
Bounce over. Yeah. That was a little bit dicey, though. It was kind of towards the middle, but it showed great patience by Jeff and trusting he knew his geometry.
Yeah, sometimes these games with these types of flippers, when you hit the edge of the flipper, it just loses momentum. But this seems to be pretty fine.
The other thing, too, about those spinners, you get a spinner in the middle of a game and it comes through like it just did on the last one, they have a tendency of going down the middle because they're just set up that way.
Yeah, if the spinner kind of kicks the ball and stops all of its momentum, it just falls straight down. There's nothing you can do.
Into the pops, or to the slings, rather. See if he gets a nice nudge.
Nice nudge.
That was a great nudge. And right back to the left orbit. He's so dialed on that left orbit.
And he did not. Oh, well, he didn't have any silver bonus at that point.
But that was
still.
a great tip over save, though. Bounce
I
over.
found that feed is not too bad out of the middle scoop.
All right, he's going for 5. He missed. Bounce over again. Going for the 5, baby. There it
There
is.
it is.
Oh, he'll
Perfect.
take it.
Perfect timing.
Great
that.
last shot.
All right, takes him up to 560. Or was that 5? Yep, 560. All right, Jeff putting on the pressure again. He's setting the bar for everybody to come catch him. So see if DJ sticks with his strategy of shooting center spinner. You know, it hasn't really served him terrible right now. He's at 235, but oh, that was dangerous. Oh, nice recovery.
That was a lot of work, though, just to get to a flipper.
He lived. Let's see what he does. Spinner or orbit? Going for spinner.
I think DJ's a player who oftentimes, when he's got a strategy, he sticks with it.
Yeah. So he's got that right spinner lit right now, so it's an early shot, and he got 5 for just doing that.
That was a very interesting shot that kind of hooked back into that right collect.
It's been finding its way into that kick out in strange ways. All right.
Neither of those reset it. That one does,
That resets
though.
it right there.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen this strategy.
Just going for center?
Spinner all day, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with it.
I think I'd have to go, with you with the left orbit and the bonus, because you're doing 2 things. You're getting 5,000 and you're building your bonus.
Yeah.
It's like a 15,000 shot every time.
You're not worried you're going to miss your shot, but efficiency-wise, yeah, I'm not sure it's the best.
I mean, like, he shot the spinner a bunch of times, but he went into this ball with, what, 250? And he's got 330. So, yeah, I think I agree with you on that call.
Yeah. Just one max bonus collect
Yeah.
is huge, obviously.
All right, Juice Sedolia.
There's a super
398.
skill shot again.
Yep, that was a super. I think he's playing it. There he goes again. He just keeps going back in there. It's going back in again. It's an easy 15,000 right there. Nice try. Oh, I thought it was going down the middle for sure.
There.
He's got that momentum slower, that holding the flipper up down to a science with that left orbit. 485.
All right, Alexander's looking for another 40, 50,000 to get into second place.
I already just collected the number and collected the other number, and
Oh.
now he's got 20,000. It's, it stinks that he had that, but
Just a few more shots, just a little bit more gold bonus to collect.
Zach is saying on his Prospector you can get 40,000 per spin reliably. He must have that
spin?
juiced. 40,000?
Per spinner hit, I assume he means?
Yeah, but yeah. You know what I mean. I know what he
Roll it.
means too, yeah.
Roll it in 3 shots?
Yeah.
That would be sweet. That's the super skill shot.
That's like Doodlebug when you get the, 1,000 a second? Or is
Yeah.
it 10,000?
10,000. His score just goes crazy. I don't like that game, so I never had that experience ever. And then there's Dipsy Doodle, which is even worse.
Is this ball 5?
It's ball 4.
This is ball 4.
Yeah, we got the play field in there, so we can't really see, or the back glass, we can't really see what ball it is on the back glass there. So we will update. Oh, bad bounce off the wall there. Yeah, Jeff has been pretty dialed on the 5-6 shots. 6-13, so again, he's in a good position, but those guys are breathing down his neck with 45 and 41 respectively. And DJ right here with 338. So let's see if he changes his strategy here, because like you said, he's not maximizing what he's doing by just shooting the spinners, but he's in the slings. Oh, right off the top there. He's going to have some wood to chop on ball 4 or ball 5. So it looks like Drew will be stepping up here.
Yep. In that case, he didn't even get it to a flipper, did he? So it really didn't matter the strategy he was going for.
No, that'll happen. Like I said, if I get to play 3 balls out of a 5-ball game on these EMs, I'm happy. But there are times where you get to play all 5, and then there are times where you play 0.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Flash Gordon should be 5-ball.
I think it might be a good idea. Yeah, there are some solid-state games that just should be 5-ball because they're just hard.
I feel that way with most Gottliebs from like the 80s.
Oh, I was going to give it a little bit of pop up there. He might have been able to get that if he gave it a little upward nudge when it was on the post, but
He didn't do much, but he got 40,000 bonus.
yeah. Alexander walks right up and just plunges. That's what he does.
Kind of takes after Daniele, I think.
Yeah, he does the same thing. Also has that very serious look on his face when he does. That's a great nudge.
That looked like death to me. If you did not make a move on there, that's out.
And it's hard to make a move on these games, obviously. Tilt bobs, it's a lot different when you move one of these games, but he gave it just enough. All right, another 5,000. So he's at 478. He's got 40,000 in gold bonus right now currently. Collects his center silver bonus.
That was a good flip away. I think that if he tried to dead bounce that would have been trouble.
Trap up, maybe. He's going spinners as well. He's got the spinners lit, though, so keeps him going. Out lane. So what's he got here? That's 70,000 in bonus, so he's a little over 592. So
he's in a good spot.
He's in a very good spot.
Everyone is tight enough that this ball could mean everything.
See what Jeff. I think we know what Jeff's going to do. Jeff's going to continue to do the same thing, same exact thing.
It's been working.
Left orbits.
I think that the players that have that left orbit dialed in have an advantage because we've been seeing that get higher, consistent scores.
Sure. So Jeff thinking about doing exactly that. Get control and then just start shooting. Some nice rollovers there on the top. Right into the 5,000. Sweet. Working. That was perfect almost.
Ooh.
I don't know what he was trying to do there. Just put it back into play.
Looked like he tried to stop it there, flipped it away when he knew it wasn't going to stop. And
there he goes. Look at that. It just wanted to go in there. Oh, thought it was going to be up and back.
His even without double bonus, his gold bonus is not negligible.
Oh, no, I'm shooting that all day now in his situation. Once he maxes out, then maybe he goes 5-6, or maybe he just gets it incidentally. I smell Doritos. I'm hungry now. Somebody's eating Doritos near me. All right. Start over his silver again. So we got about 40,000 more to go for his max gold bonus. So he's been traditionally shooting 5-6 when he's had the ball in the left flipper, and
he's going before it.
Holds true. And look at that, it's perfect.
Why not? If he gets an in lane on the right, that gets it too.
Yeah, he's getting those live shots where he's just actually timing it just perfectly, except for that one.
Oh.
And he unfortunately cost him that time.
Unfortunate reject. He shot it fine. It seemed to bounce off the wall a little bit right into that divider.
All right, 749, 600. That's not insurmountable for Alexander and or Drew. DJ's got a little bit of work to do. If he wants to keep on going with the spinner, it's going to take him a little bit of time. But I would consider going for the orbit, but that's just me. It's just going to bounce around up there for a little while. Right into the scoop. That might be bad. Oh, I thought I was going to hit that scoop and go down the middle. So I'm pretty sure he's going to go for spinner on this. He has been from the left flipper for sure. There you go.
Now he's maxed out, and he's collecting a little bit on that.
Got his double bonus now. Okay, so you just go build your gold bonus now, even though you have spinners lit?
Yep. I would go for that.
Yeah, I think I would as well.
One shot's easier than the other, though, and he's going for the easier shot.
He feels more comfortable going for the spinner.
But he got some slop gold there, so it worked.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's where that flipper just dies down. $499, 800. So DJ will get a 0 on this game, unfortunately. Drew is now with 1, guaranteed. First target is Alexander, and then he's going to go for Mr. Teolis. All right. Once again, we are broadcasting live from the 2019 Cleveland Pinball Show. My name is Fred Cochran. Keith Elwin in the booth with me, along with Colin Dundas. And we are broadcasting the first game of the finals of Classics with Drew Sedolia, who's playing currently, Dave Ryle, Alexander Kazmarchik, and Jeff Teolis. Right now, Jeff Teolis at player 1 with 749 is in the lead. Drew is in the hunt right now. Oh, good patience with 562, now 567.
Great live shot.
And then Alexander is third, or in fourth, the fourth player. Let me try that again, at 592. So
he's been dialing the shot.
Yeah, he definitely has. They've been playing. Jeff and Drew have been playing exactly the same. They've been going for their gold bonus, and then going for there's a double.
Yeah. I mean, he's good at that.
Yeah, he's been finding that sweet spot for that.
And he only needs a 5. I would shoot that right now and just punch a ticket.
Yeah, I think I might be in the same boat as you. It's a little bit easier shot. The 6 shot's a little bit more dicey, but the 5 shot, there he goes.
Yeah, he slopped it.
So that's been happening all day. It's if he's missing, it's bouncing into it.
Now, at this point, do you shoot the spinner? Do you tap pass?
Tap pass on this game is not an option, right?
I don't think
You
so.
don't think so?
I don't think on the Sonics.
Alley pass?
Alley pass or the spinner, because it's not a death shot to shoot the spinners, but
yeah.
I would bounce over on that personally. But
Well, now he's got the spinner lit, so that seems more valuable for sure.
yeah, he's at 599, so he goes and gets the spinner. I think he's just going to take what's given to him. Left flipper spinner, right flipper orbit.
He would really like one more gold advance.
Oh, boy.
He's so close.
He's still cashing in thousands.
I was just saying, it could have been bad. It looked like it was going to go up and crawl over that top of that sling. Unfortunately, yeah.
Wow. That was close.
All right, so he temporarily takes the lead right now. Or, yeah, he takes the lead, duh.
Assuming Alexander doesn't catch him, he is in first place.
I thought it said 741, not 771. I can't even read numbers now. I need to clean my glasses.
I think we're all tired right now.
Not at all. I've been just sitting at home for the last couple of days. Relaxing. All right, so it looks like Alexander's going to continue shooting the spinners. That's interesting. I don't know.
Now, is there a benefit for getting 1, 2, 3, 4 in this game?
Extra ball.
Extra ball,
but it doesn't
which is
give you
turned
points.
off,
Yeah.
or okay.
Yeah, you'll light extra ball. Oh, what a save. Oh, my goodness. Another great save. Holy smokes. Yeah, he knew he was in
fought that
danger.
all the way, but
He could have walked off.
707.
Great round.
Yeah, that was a great game. All right, so Drew takes game 1 with 771. Jeff Teolis second place with 749. Alexander with third with 707. And fourth with 500,000. Normally you don't say you had 500,000 on Prospector and you take 0 points.
Yeah, you're in finals now.
Yes, indeed. All right, so we're going to do a Pinstadium ad to hear from their great sponsor.
The wait is over. A revolution in LED lighting for your pinball is finally here. Fully customizable, full spectrum lighting from Pinstadium Lights. Order yours now at pinstadium.com.
All right, and thanks to Scott with Pinstadium, and met him at Pinburg this year. Spoke with him. Nice guy, great product. I know he's got some new things going on with his product, and I know they were I think they were used on all the games at Pinburg, if I'm not mistaken, and they brightened up everybody's life with Pinstadium. So again, my name is Fred Cochran, Keith Elwin to my left, and Colin Dundas to my right. We are broadcasting the second game here shortly of the finals of Classics 2019 here at the Cleveland Pinball Show. And I think we're just waiting to see what game we're going to. It looks like it's going to be Nitro Soul Taker. And Drew loved this game last round because he dropped about 800 and some thousand. He was getting pretty favorable feeds from the left orbit, or from the left scoop, rather. And we'll see if it does the same thing this game. This game is unpredictable at best. And we'll see how it treats everybody, but I don't know. It's unpredictable.
I was watching during qualifying. Alexander, I don't think he played too many games, but he put up over $1 million. He rolled it on ball 1. Ooh. So I'm excited to see what he can do right now.
You think he's a drop catcher?
Alexander?
Yep.
Not
Probably
at all.
not. I think he's going to shoot live. He's going to figure out the
Live
geometry.
back into the saucer?
I think he might.
Yeah.
I think he'll try it.
I think so.
I think he'll try it for sure. We're just finishing up the camera setup here by our producer, James. He's instructing. Give you a quick another ad. We're going to go to Pindigo. Pindigo is the premier social scoring tracking app for all pinball players. Save your scores, follow your friends, compare and compete. Available for iOS and Android. Check it out online at pindigo.app. I don't have any scores on Pindigo. Keith, do you use Pindigo at all?
I don't play location ball.
You don't play location?
Actually, I don't play anything anymore.
I
I don't have
use-
games at home or play location.
We have all your games.
It's true.
I
We
use
have
it
all
quite
your
a
games.
lot. I whenever I can, I'm just trying to get a score, just make myself feel better about myself. But it's a fun time. Even if you don't take pinball too seriously, it's like keep track of your scores, see if you can do a little bit better.
What's going on here?
We've got a hula hooper.
Halftime
Teola
show.
seems impressed.
Is that like some kind of like voodoo or something like that? They
Yeah.
like hexing the game or something? Jeez. Okay, I can't do any of those things.
Very impressive. Jeff's like, get out of here. This is
And
my,
he's
this is my
ready.
stage. My
Yeah,
stage.
Nobody,
That was the warm-up.
Nobody upstages me. I'm Jeff Teolis. Don't you know who I am? I couldn't have done one of those moves.
That was very impressive.
She's over there doing it again. She's actually doing it right behind you, Keith. Look at this. Look behind you. She's doing it on her nose. She was hula hooping with her nose.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
I wonder if she's the one that was playing with the fire last year.
Would that be a yellow card?
Oh, yellow, the yellow card. Like I have a really big nose from getting my nose broken during hockey, so I don't,
Yeah, no thank you.
She actually, look, she has a Nitro Ground Shaker shirt on, Keith. She's got the checkers on.
Oh, did you get upstage, buddy?
Here he goes.
I brought her on.
Oh, okay.
When I do my game with soccer, needed some entertainment.
What are you doing?
Oh, you're crying.
2,000 on ball 1? Come on.
Ball one, that's fine.
All right,
I know you're
so
fine.
Jeff here had a rough ball 1.
Jeff
but
had to
he can
come over and
catch
tell
up.
us.
Nobody was watching him play.
Keith and I were just talking about how when you do well, you just walk away. Whenever you do bad, you come over and talk to us about it. We really don't care, Jeff. We don't care.
You know what? All I know is I bust my butt to give commentating for all of you guys. When you guys don't make the finals, I get squat did. Thanks, boys.
Hey, hold on a second. Me and Keith didn't play finals. We didn't play classics at all.
Oh, yeah.
There's this little thing called Pinburg. Hello.
I work Pinburg. I can't play.
Anyway, keep up the good work.
This is a rough start for players 1 and 2.
All right, DJ with great score, 6-6-6-0. I think that voodoo with the hula hoop worked.
Yeah. It worked on Teolis as well, though.
This is a game where it's all or nothing per ball. Like either you get your bonus collect lit, double bonus hopefully, and you cash it in multiple times, or you're really not doing too much.
Who's player 3 on this right here? Drew? Okay.
He's
All
got
right.
his left bonus collect.
All right, let's see what the Saucy's going to do. Saucy,
Drop catch.
saucy.
Drop catch.
He's been doing it.
Nice.
Oh,
Not so nice.
did the hard part, missed the easy part.
That's bad news, maybe. No, he survived.
Oh,
Oh, that's.
Oh,
I feel if you don't have
that's
a
bad.
clean shot,
Oh, my
if you don't have a
goodness.
clean shot at the right spinner, you can shoot the spinner, but it's not going to go all the way up into the saucer area. So
So he's bricking shots, getting rejects from the saucer, but yet he lives. That is usually a recipe for disaster. Now he's going. That's a great spinner rip.
oh, if that went in
All
the
right.
saucer, that should have been double bonus.
There goes Saucy again.
look at
Another
that.
great
Perfect
drop
feed
catch.
every time.
Except for the saucer doesn't want to give it the ball, hold the ball for him.
Right there, he had a rough
That's bad.
drop
Oh.
catch, but he still fired it away really quickly. Great reflexes.
He's just out on that shot. All right, Alexander. Let's see him play this game on the fly. This is one game you just don't. See, he knows where that. There's a nice bounce over. Nice recovery. There's that
Tap
tap
pass.
pass. That was a
Wow.
live tap pass. That was beautiful. Who needs control? Just tap pass. I thought he was going to do it again. I think he might have shook that one out. It looked like it was going to.
Yeah.
It was going to rattle in.
Yeah. I think it's just natural to just bang the machine when the ball goes over there.
Right. Yeah. You see that angle where the ball's at, and you think it's just going to follow that trajectory.
Let's see if Chillis can pull up that great ball one.
Your mic was open. All right. Sorry, I was talking to our producer. He was yammering. Had to get him to stop talking. Couldn't get his attention. All right.
See, there's that bounce, the dead
Oh, dear
bounce
God.
right out of the scoop, and I think that's dangerous. I think that that's probably not what they want to go for.
All right, spinner for Teolis here. He's got his double bonus locked in. Unless he wants to, as I say, I figured he'd go spinner, but I wasn't sure. Looked like he thought about tap passing there for a second. I would definitely be tap passing, but that's just me.
Oh, now he just needs the left in lane to lock in the
Oh.
10K bonus, right?
20.
Oh, and the A. All right.
Yeah, 20 and then 30. Oh,
Oh,
wow. It just seems like it's spinning off and just drifting towards the middle, which this game does a lot. Let's see if he gets that spinner shot again. He's been pretty dialed on that spinner shot, so. Oh. I don't think he went for targets on purpose. I could be wrong, though.
I think he's firing just a little late.
Oh. Seems like he's a little off his game on this one. All right, let's see if DJ can acquit himself here. Rough ball one. After game one, we have Drew with 4 in the top spot, Jeff with 2, Alexander with 1, and David with 0. So DJ needs to have a strong game here to get back in the mix.
He can plunge his double bonus here. It's hard, though, because you can't hit either of the side wall targets, and right there kind of died and didn't go in the middle.
Oh.
Nice save.
That second one was definitely key. Let's see if he's rewarded.
Oh,
See,
You
I
never
don't like
can
that
tell.
bounce.
You
I
can
think
never
it's
tell.
you just need to nudge it a little bit to the right. Right
Tap
when it
pass.
hits.
Come on, DJ. I know you had a tap pass. Tap pass. Oh, that's an unfortunate post transfer. That's what that was. That's bad. Oh. Yeah, you hit those targets at the top, the C of the D. There's a tendency of hitting that target too flush, and it comes right back down the middle. Even though those pop bumpers look like they're in the way, it doesn't matter. This is the ground shaker that I'm used to seeing right here.
Yep.
Let's see if Drew can get back to his drop catching. He was doing it so beautifully his first game. Oh, almost a perfect plunge. That's that.
Not much you do.
I think he probably could have done something with that.
Yeah, it
If you
definitely hit the
knock
flipper.
it- So when it's hitting that wall and you're not sure exactly where it's going, are you going to try and get it to go horizontal more than anything? Is that what you're aiming for?
Yeah, it's one of the few times he would.
And there's that drift again. It's coming from the left, from the right side, and it's going left. It's really weird.
You saying Papa has a warped playfield?
I'm saying it's playing warp now. It seemed like it was fine last time we saw this game.
I like
This
this
is-
better. Keep it moving.
Yes, I agree. I agree. This game is more familiar to me now. I know whenever we had our tech Steve go over this game, I came into the building and I was set up in his area and turned it on, played 10 games, didn't break 200,000. I was like, yep, it's ready.
Yep.
When I was queuing up in Classics, they said that pretty much each game just in the queue was about 3 minutes, and that was just what it was assumed to be. This game was going much faster than that. Other games were taking longer, so I think this is just the fastest playing game in the Classics bank.
Yeah, big game can be kind of grindy. I don't think we'll see that. We'll probably see Flash Gordon again. Just depends. Uh-oh. There's that drift again. I'm telling you.
Nobody's going to break 100?
All right, so Jeff walks away with 79-4.
Now he's going to come over here?
Oh, boy. No, he sat down. I think we scared him away. All right, let's see if DJ can get a hold of this thing. So far, nobody's gotten a fair shot at anything, really, this game. Ball's just been kind of bouncing around. Good plunge by DJ. Got the spinner lit. Let's see what the slings have to say. A nice power in lane. It was actually such a good power in lane, he didn't get the E. It went over the contact and did not give him the E.
Oh.
That came out kind of gnarly.
Well, he's got his super bonus, 20,000, and
Oh, that's why.
Oh, he did get his E.
He
Oh,
did.
It carries over.
It powered
Okay.
through. Yeah, it powered through.
You
that was
guys
the
are
last
gonna carry
letter.
over.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was the last letter for it. That's a nice play.
hopefully gets his double.
Maybe. He could give maybe a little bit of a nudge, but I don't know where the tilt is on this game. So, oof.
It's pretty tight.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you can give it a little bit of love, but you really can't lift a leg up.
All right, so this will pass Jeff, and by no means is 77,000 going to catch 103, the way this game's playing right now. So Dave might have got himself back into contention here.
House ball may get you less than 10,000, so
Yeah, having that super bonus was definitely huge for Dave.
now the light's a little dim, but he can plunge his 2x or his double bonus,
There
and
it
there
is.
it is.
That's got to feel good.
So he's got 16 right now.
And he knows the shot. He's been shooting it just with a lot of consistency.
He's about 5,000 more and not tilting to guarantee that he'd pass him, but I might jinx him here.
Yeah. You guys just jinxed him.
I did it to Alexander last year when he was playing you.
Centaur?
Yeah, it was totally my fault. Oh. All right, bounce over. Oh, wow, that was, I don't know if I would have live shot that, but
If he doesn't tilt, he should have, let's see,
he's got
16
16
in
right
bonus.
now. He's got 102 right now.
Yeah. One
Just
more
shoot the bottom-
shot.
shoot the bottom pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Do the math.
If you want third.
Oh,
man.
my
See?
God.
I was
or
almost
second. Wow,
That's it right
there
there.
you go.
That's it right there.
And a
That's definitely
great
it
shot.
right there. So with this, unless Alexander comes back and beats him, I believe that will guarantee that Drew wins, if I'm not mistaken here.
He's a minimum of 2 points, so going into game 3 with 6 is
Yeah,
not a bad place.
Alexander has. Oh, no. So that's going to be it for the finals. Drew's going to take first place with an 8 through 2 games, and Jeff Teolis will get a 0, so he can't. Yeah, he can't catch him. So yeah, that's it. Drew's going to be your 2019 Cleveland Pinball Show Classics champion, and he gets one of these cool trophies over here to my left.
Yeah. Congratulations to Drew.
And we'll see what Game 3 is going to be. Look, we got a bunch of people behind us. We got Dave Ryle, Greg DeFeo, Chris Stevens, Colin Dundas, all from Pittsburgh. Drew Sedolia is right over my left shoulder. He's kind of getting some FaceTime here, and I'm not sure who the gentleman in the Red Wings jersey is. We're going to Flash Gordon's, I hear, so we're going to stick true with those 3 games. And again, congratulations to Drew for winning 2019 Cleveland Pinball Show Classics tournament. Lack of a better word. Keith looks very relaxed back here. He's not worrying about playing.
I am so tired.
Just chilling. Jet lag? Car lag?
Yeah, car lag.
A lot of effort putting in 20 tickets.
15.
15.
What'd you put in, like 16, 17?
$40 worth.
$40 worth. Okay, piece of cake, man.
Whatever that is.
You got off light. Colin, are you still, are you in Maine?
No, I didn't play main. I had to play classics. If I split
Okay.
it, I wouldn't get in, but I squeezed into classics.
Yeah, I thought about playing classics, but I wanted to stay home. And plus, my daughter had a soccer game today, so I stayed home. She would have never let me hear the end of it. So we're going to go to Game 3 here shortly, but so we're going to go to an ad by PinballMIX. Have you ever thought, what would it be like to have the best music possible in one of my pinball machines? Mark from PinballMIX will upgrade your machine with smooth cuts, tight loops, and balanced levels. He does it with the music you get to choose. There are plenty of mods that enhance what you see. PinballMIX can enhance what you hear. What others are saying, Ben from Midland, Texas, he does a professional job and loops things to perfection. Kevin from Buffalo Pinball, love the PinballMIX did for me. It's a great way to breathe some new life into your favorite games. Paul from Pinside, I found this the best bang for your buck mod I could personally add to a game I love. Go to pinballmix.com to see Mark's videos, or just email Mark directly at pinballmix@gmail.com for more info. What machine would you like to upgrade? Colin? Keith?
City Slicker.
City Slicker?
City Slicker.
No, actually, the worst background sound ever. BMX.
I think I'd like to upgrade Dragon.
I'd like to get rid of Bow. Get rid of Bow. What do you think?
No. Every game should have bow.
Oh, I was vetoed here.
Actually, somebody give me a sample of that. I'll put that in my next game.
Well, I played your Mustang that you lent us.
Oh, yeah.
And that's got a bunch of different songs in it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what's actually in it, but it's not the typical songs from the. Do you remember what it is? What's in
Free
it?
ride? No.
It's a lot of AC/DC, a lot of Van Halen, I think.
Okay, because AC/DC doesn't have enough AC/DC. You got to put it in another game.
Well, I put it. It was in an old fogey rock bar, so.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Teolis. Player 1 on Flash Gordon. Let's see what he does. Power in lane, gets his blue light. And he's probably going to go for the spinner.
It's interesting. Yeah, you can catch it. Whoa,
Oh.
that's going to be
That
an
hula
issue.
hoop did some really weird things to the games. Now
Yeah.
it's flippers are sticking up.
I was surprised, though, with that power in lane. He just held the flipper up and it caught it. It's a little steep, but I thought it might roll over.
This is a different Flash Gordon than you're traditionally used to playing at Papa. This one actually has a repro play field, so it plays great. The old one was still pretty mean, though.
Yes.
Not as nice, but still pretty mean. It's like our Quicksilver. Our Quicksilver is a little bit rough, but still kicks your butt.
Now, at this point, if they decided the flipper was needing repair, would they restart the game, do you think? Or would they
I think they'd throw out the game, probably.
throw out it?
Yeah.
I don't think they would have us sit here and fix the game right now at this point. Our tech, Jared Chambers from Pittsburgh. Lots of people here from Pittsburgh. Jared came down to tech for Dawn.
They did a fantastic job at Pinburg.
Oh, Teolis tagged out.
Let's see if he's going to try to recreate it now. First thing a tech's going to do is, and a tournament director is going to come over and recreate it.
Well, it looked like he took his hand off the flipper and it stuck, so I don't think you really have to prove much in that case. If the flipper sticks up when you take your hand off of it, there's something wrong.
It does, but it might have been a sticky flipper button. They might have worked it out.
Ah,
Might have had some soda in there from replay. Somebody put a drink on the game. I don't know. Some gum, maybe.
please don't do that if you're playing in a
Please
tournament.
don't, in our air hockey table, please don't put drinks on our air hockey table. So he's trying to recreate it now, and I think that's going to be the ruling. I think that's normally what it is, right? The tournament director or tech will come over and try to recreate it.
Well, it was drained by the TD or a tech, so
He'll
what
get another-
happens?
I'd restart.
Restart?
So yeah, he's just trying to recreate to see if the flipper will stick. It won't.
Not until it needs to.
Oh, hey, that's the way it always works.
You got to remove the hula hoop curse.
Just come over and do it again.
Bring back the stilts. You have to reverse the magic.
Oh, she's going to start hula hooping with her nose again. That's crazy. That is definitely sorcery.
Not sorcerer.
Not
That would play too long.
Oh no, we can make ours plays pretty quick. we ripped the outlane post out of that entirely
Oh, that's mean.
above the lane guide. So those flippers or those in lanes are non-existent. Doesn't stop people from still dropping $2 million on that game though. So Doug's walking. He's over here. This isn't our tournament, but Doug is such an esteemed tournament director. They're coming over to see what Doug can make the call to make them angry.
How much to get angry, Bet?
No.
One ball.
Yeah.
My prediction, they're going to switch the game to high hand. I don't think it's here, but they might
We'll ship
drive it down. Yeah,
I
they
can
will
go.
ship
I
it.
can go back and get it.
Yeah.
That's no problem. We can definitely get it here. Trying to think of what I'd mod my PinballMIX with. It'd probably be all death metal. That would be the thing. That'd be great. Or a 311 machine.
Disco Maiden.
Disco Maiden.
Nah, I saw you were at an Iron Maiden concert, so I know you wouldn't do that.
I would not. No, I am definitely a Maiden fan. So that was probably about the 15th time I've seen them. So Doug and I went to see that show, which was pretty cool. So
Now, what do you think about a kid like Alexander being so into Maiden?
he was there. Yeah, we met up after the show, and it's great to see that music is still carrying on to the younger generation. There are just certain bands that do that. I think AC/DC and Guns N' Roses and Metallica. And, he's into all those bands, and it's nice to see those older bands still resonate with the younger crowd.
Yeah. I think he said that was his first concert.
That was his first Iron Maiden concert. Yeah, he saw Metallica earlier this year.
Ah.
I think that was his first. I think that was his actually first concert. I haven't seen Metallica in 2 decades. But he was super excited to see Maiden. He said it was a great show.
So I'm assuming Jeff gets a compensation ball?
You're right on the money, Keith. Doug Polka comes in my ear and tells me compensation ball.
Like it's a 37,000 head start to whatever he goes on next. Well, is he going to start playing on ball 2? Because that's interesting. Because any bonus multiplier he collects is going to reset for his compensation ball.
Yeah, I would have just kept playing.
Yeah.
Worked it out.
Yep.
All right, Alexander walks up to 106, 250. Alexander with 1 point. He still has something to play for. He can finish for second. He can finish at second, possibly, if Jeff doesn't get more than 1 point.
Yeah, right now that might be a significant amount of money.
I don't know what I don't know what the prize money is as far as like what you win, but I know second place is better than third. So we got DJ Ryle. Let's see what DJ does here. He held up the flipper when he plunged. He's going back up top. There's that squirrely bounce. It looks like it's going to hit that flipper, but it's not. All right. I love shooting those left targets. I don't like shooting up that spinner until I get that spinner lit. And those targets aren't worth. Those targets are worth a decent amount of points too.
Yeah, 10,000, I think.
Yeah, when I first started playing this game, I would shoot spinners because I'm thinking it's a classic. You want to shoot spinners, and a lot of times that's death shots. If you shoot the left spinner, it may come straight down the right ramp, death feed. Like, there's a lot more safe shots that you can do other than that when you're just trying to pick up points and multipliers.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, hitting that spinner and then trying to get through that target, you have 6,000 or 10,000 bonus is kind of grindy. But if it works, it works.
Is, I think, one of the least controllable upper play fields.
Oh, no doubt. As opposed to Pharaoh.
Ooh. I have not played that game forever.
So I loved that game when I was a kid. And then when
that sucks, right?
Yeah, it's terrible. I played it in a tournament, and I was like, this is one of the worst games ever.
Yeah.
You don't even need a right flipper. You just use a left flipper all day long.
It's like I used to play split second a lot as a kid, and now I play it, and I was like, God, this game's awful.
It's funny how pinball ruins it for you when you start competing.
Yeah.
Games you loved as a kid, you're like, yeah, I don't like it so much anymore.
Yep.
Paragon's still my favorite game all time. I love Paragon.
That game still holds up.
Yeah, it's still great. Teaches you all the flipper skills you need.
Yep.
Teaches you accuracy. There's so much from that game you can learn. People get mad because the game's so difficult, but it teaches you everything you need to know.
DJ showing
far
the
as skills.
backhand up the left spinner right there, and he's got it again. He might go for it right here.
Yeah, it's great. It doesn't look like it works.
Twice.
That's bad, though.
That is the problem.
That is the problem
That's the
with that.
Warlock.
Yeah. It is the Warlock. Oh, my goodness.
If he had that lit, he could get a lot of points, but he was not right there.
So I learned that by accident on this very machine at one of the PPOs we held in Pittsburgh, that you could do it from a cradle. I actually just I didn't mean to flip, and it cranked it through the spinner. I was like, oh, that works, and I put up like 1 million or something, and I was pretty pleased with that. But you would never think really to shoot that. But
Yeah.
I don't think every Flash Gordon you can make that shot though.
No, I think you need crispy flippers, something that really fires it, nothing weak.
All right.
Boy, you talk about a rough finals. Ground Shaker and Flash Gordon, two of the drainiest games of the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say what I don't know. Like I said, I think I would play Jungle Queen personally.
Oh, yeah.
Jungle Queen would have been in there. I like Flash Gordon. I do like playing Flash Gordon, so I probably would have had Flash Gordon in there. I'd say Prospector would have been a pretty safe one for me too.
I think Jungle Queen's probably the most controllable.
Yeah. Just got to hold off on hitting those upper flippers. Use the lowers.
Yeah.
Nice plunge. Right into the saucy.
It's just like pro football.
Oh, my God. I love pro football.
Okay.
I love that
Those
game.
upper flippers are useless.
They are. They're good for the spinner, though. That center spinner, that's where you hit the spinner from normally, don't you?
No, lower
No.
No,
flippers.
lower?
Yeah.
I was hitting it from the top.
The upper flippers are pointed almost straight down.
They're stronger, but I think the lower flippers have the angle to get the middle spinner, and that's what matters.
I'll take the blame entirely on pro football because I played top score at Southern Fried a couple years ago. It was in Classics. And I automatically decided that I was going to go into the Pittsburgh Pinball Open and then on the stage this year. So any hate for that game goes directly to me. I like the game. You had a ball sitting in the middle of the upper flipper at Pinburg, and you just hit the side of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It was like one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. I'd never seen anybody do that. Because you can't do post-transfer or anything on that, so.
Yeah, I was in the audience, and everyone just gasped at that point.
It was right on that little triangle, and you just bam, and I was like, oh, okay. I'll never try that.
It's funny. I tried it earlier. I didn't quite hit it hard enough, and it didn't quite settle all the way back against the triangle, so
Okay.
never got to try it again
No,
until that.
it worked out
last
perfectly
game.
because it was on camera and right in front of everybody,
Yeah.
Everybody got to see it, ooh and awe. And DJ likes to hold it. The only thing I don't like about this really, really short plunge is it gets stuck on the
Got that
rollover.
rollover.
And then that piece of plastic over top, you have to get a key to go in between the plastic to get the ball back down.
It's hard to see from this angle, but the metal ramp on the plunge, it rattles. So, like,
Oh, nice save.
it won't go as far as you plunge or
Right.
when you
Oh.
think.
Yeah, it's really weird how it gets stuck up there, and then you have to figure out how to get it because there's actually a plastic cover there. You have to get it from the side.
He's backhanding it.
That was a nice shake.
That was. It was
Yes.
beautiful. Very bouncy. He likes doing that. This is also dangerous, too, because it has a tendency of coming down the middle sometimes from the left ramp. Not as much as the right ramp, but
Now-
it does happen.
It looks like he doesn't have any multiplier, so he's not going for those drop targets.
Yeah, like I said, the way he's playing it right now is kind of grindy because he's just going for collects, and he doesn't really have much in the way of bonus. Oh, a little fumble. All right. Player 4, ball 2. All right, see what Drew can do. Rough ball 1.
I don't think he cares.
No, he doesn't matter. He's just doing this for maybe 12 it out.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah, when you don't have to play for anything. And it's good to see you still trying. Nice save. Yeah, I definitely would want to keep on playing this game because it just is evil. Oh. All right. Let's see what. So we got Jeff. He got one more ball coming after this because he didn't have a ball one really. We're playing for second place. Let's see how Jeff approaches it. Only needs one more target for getting his double play field lit. Oh, this is from Jay. Okay. Sorry, folks. I was reading something that was handed to me. I apologize. So we got back to Jeff Teolis. Got his 2 times lit already. See what he can do. Again, playing for second place. And a good amount of Whopper points and some hard cash. Mm-hmm. You know, a little nudge. That was a nice little subtle nudge.
Oh, no.
Hopped up over. Flipper gaps on this one is the same exact thing as Nitro. It's a little bit wider, not as traditional. Alexander right back in it, just goes in plunges. Oh, boy. Yep. Oh, I thought it was going to be gone. Held the flipper up. That's why he's, very calm, cool, and collected. See if it bounces back in. Nope. All right, backhanded back up top. I don't know, man. Like I said, I go for targets. That's just me. Maybe it's more dangerous.
I mean, I feel if you're on ball 1, there's a lot more to gain from it.
Uh-oh. Oh, nice save. Got his first target down. That's going to be bad news, yeah. All right, player 3. Got DJ. DJ has 2 points going into this game, so again, playing for second place. Yeah, any of these guys can play second or finish second, so. It's so hard. That flipper is just weird.
Yeah, it never feeds off the plunge the way you really want it to.
It's going to go bounce. Yep, bounce again. Uh-oh, that's bad news. I think the same thing happened on ball 2. I think he did kind of the same thing, unfortunately. A little bit bouncy. 143, 210, 143, 860. But Jeff has ball in hand. Drew again playing for a perfect round. He's already won. So you're watching the champion play right now.
But Drew, his score is going to affect this because if Jeff takes last, it gives the other players a chance at passing him.
All right, so Drew Sedolia is going to be your 2019 champion officially now. He was earlier, but now it's
got a
official.
compensation ball.
That's right. So Jeff Teolis is going to play a comp ball. Tommy Busy becoming tall. That's unsafe. You shouldn't be standing on chairs. Jeffrey Dixon, tournament director, along with Tommy Busy. Great job by these guys every year. Now, I don't remember. Is this the 3rd or 4th show? I can't remember. I want to say it's 3.
Last year was my first time, so I'm
Okay.
not sure.
And last year was your first time, right, Keith?
Yes.
Okay. I think this is 3. So here goes Mr. Teolis. He's going to play his compensation ball. He had about, 175?
Mm-hmm. And I think getting 25,000 or so to catch Drew will actually make a huge difference.
Oh, this is bad news. As soon as that happens, you know it's going. So we got 9,000. And that'll give him, I believe Jeff will finish, what, second? No, wait a minute. Let me see here.
4th. If he takes a 0 on this, he will have 3 points.
So I think he did take a 0 on this one, maybe?
Alexander, I think, gets 4, so he's at 5, and DJ gets 4. So I think it's 5, 4, or 8, 5, 4, 3.
Okay. I'm bad at math. I'll let you do that, Colin. You're smarter than I am.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Drew. Oh, 9, 5, 4, 3. So yeah.
Yeah, Drew finishes first. Alexander finishes second. DJ Rao finishes third, and Jeff Teolis finishes fourth. We're going to do a quick interview with Drew right here. We're going to congratulate our champion. He's sitting down right now. He got his bottle of water. He's probably sweating out his last game there. Nice job, Drew. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Playing Prospector pretty well there.
Yeah, I actually had to pick up that strategy, shooting the left shot on the fly because I'm not familiar with that game.
Okay.
So
that's a classic example of watching other players play and picking up a strategy, because a lot of other people were going for the spinner.
Yep.
When, like, again, Keith and I were talking about it pretty much the entire time, is the left orbit's kind of the way to go if you want, immediate return on your shots.
Yeah.
So who did you see that from?
My first ball in the game, I went for the spinner, and then after watching Andy Rosa standing behind you guys, I had to change my strategy.
Awesome.
I wouldn't think about going for the 5 or the 6 on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody was trying to do it, and it worked out for them, so I had to try it.
You and Jeff were doing the same exact thing. You guys were playing very similar in the way that you were doing the orbits and you were doing the 5-6s and you were getting the bounces or you were getting the direct shots. So fantastic. You played pretty well, like on Flash Gordon, obviously. And Nitro Ground Shaker, that game you had 860,000. You were just getting drop catches left and right. So
Yep.
Is that the way you normally play that game? Just drop catches? Or?
I've never played that game.
Really?
Well, briefly.
Never
in a tournament bank.
Okay.
So,
but it looked like you played it forever because you were drop catching every play and shooting it back in there. And
you were the only one doing that.
That was my strategy. Well, I was trying to figure out a good strategy for me qualifying, and I got about 600,000 doing it that way. And sometimes I can do a drop catch over and over again, and so I went for it.
You were definitely doing it there, so that was a great play by you. So definitely congratulations. I'm glad that you, all your luck that you had this weekend. And are you still in Maine?
Yes.
Where are you at in Maine?
5th.
You're in 5th?
Yes.
You might be playing this guy.
Absolutely.
Oh, no. Right. You might be playing this guy. But, again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for spending time and sitting with us.
Absolutely.
And good luck tomorrow in the main finals.
All right. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. All right. So that's Drew Sedolia, our Classics champion for the 2019 Cleveland Pinball Show Classics. And we are going to wrap it up for now. We're going to be back tomorrow to broadcast Maine, I think at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, if I'm not mistaken. So for myself, Keith Elwin to my left, Colin Dundas, who's going to sit back down for 2 seconds, Jeff Teolis for nagging us and telling us about his bad beats.
Yep.
And everybody that had a part in Classics, we want to thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.